Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are back, and this is the Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Edition, and we are doing Knights of the Old Republic, baby. It's definitely what Disney should have done, but they didn't because they're a bunch of idiots, and I'm sure we'll have some other words. Now, just a little bit of warning here today. Booster is already 3 sheets to the wind. Therefore, I am putting an NC-17 on this show. It will definitely get flagged, and it will probably get removed, but
Yeah,
the hell
I'm
with it.
really sorry if I say fuck today,
I
just
know.
you
I
know.
you,
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. But we're gonna have ourselves some fun today. Of course, you guys see Booster is slightly awake. But we're gonna be talking about Star Wars, particularly Knights of the Old Republic or KOTOR, because well, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But I'm gonna just come through here and talk to all our guests and see what their holidays were like, because that's first things first. So let's go over to our the most ultimately amazing and a wonderful artist who is extremely fast as well in everything in his life, I'm sure. Erodimus, dude,
Claudia.
how you doing? No, it's not Claudia. It's Erodimus.
Oh.
Everything but love.
Oh.
Everything but love. Ooh, come back, come
Mm.
back. So how are your holidays,
That's
dude?
right, Little Cosby.
They were fun.
Jesus. They were fun. Thank you. That was very informative. And Bill Cosby came into the conversation. Boy, that was fast.
I saw the latest Star Wars movie.
Oh my God,
Uh-oh.
you did.
That's a shame. You shouldn't have done that to yourself.
You shouldn't have
It
done
We
that.
was
talk about
epic
how
and
bad it
satisfying.
is. And
Well,
until people saying super
Action-packed.
chats.
Well, let him speak, Booster. Go ahead, dude.
Apologies.
It was epic and satisfying. Very action-packed, says Twitter.
Says Twitter.
Blue
Yeah.
check mark. I
Well-
could have gotten a blue check mark if I hadn't said just joking. But yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's got really good parts in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first hour and a half is just random scenes to put in trailers.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Basically,
there's a
it's-
lot
yeah.
of you can see things that have been cut out and put back in because the film is literally unfinished.
Wow.
There's a lot of grainy, they just put that back in
Wow.
and didn't even pretty up the film because it's really grainy and rough.
Well, they
It's clearly from a rough cut that was undone.
Well, they finished Principle
But, I
of
mean, I saw
Photography
it in
less than a
IMAX.
month before, right?
Yeah, I saw it in IMAX, so every flaw is magnified 8 stories high.
Oh wow. Well,
So I'm convinced Kylo Ren has skin cancer because his skin looks terrible.
Okay, that might be part of it. But that's what I'm hearing. It's basically a collections of snippets of skits, just pasted together, and that's what you get, I guess. But all right, thank you very much. Let's move down here, and we're gonna talk ourselves to Eric Hawkins. And how was your holidays, dude?
Oh, my holidays were great. I saw about 70% of the kids and about 70% of the grandchildren.
Okay.
And I also saw Star Wars
Why?
because I've been a Star Wars fan since 1977 when I was a little kid.
Yeah, so me too, dude. But they're gonna kick you in the balls. You know it.
I
Eric's the
actually
one that
enjoyed
took
it. I
me.
had a good time. I had fun.
Yeah, all right, that's good. That's good. You know what else happened at 70% recently? 70% of the British people said, I don't want to say the word. Let Booster say it. Say the F word.
Mute it, I'll
Fudge.
say it. Oh, never mind. He's back.
Yeah, fudge off. Yeah, that's right. But
I'm
interesting.
muting so I can behave myself.
Self-muting. Nice.
Self-muting.
Yeah, I'm in control, baby. You can't. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right, thank you. All right. And of course, we're also joined by Matt. How you doing, dude?
Hey, what's going on? Long time no see.
Absolutely, man. Nice to have you back in here today. So we're talking about holidays. How were yours?
I just started celebrating Christmas again.
Okay. You took a hiatus,
Yeah.
did you?
7 years.
Oh, okay. Nice round number.
Tonight, I thought I'd show up and pull out my G Pen and other pen nibs. I keep seeing online, even Japanese mangaka are having issues using a G Pen. I'm like, what the hell? How hard can it be?
Well, what is it?
And a G Pen? It's these little dip pen things. Tonight, I'll be using some homemade India ink.
Ooh.
It's water resistant, little pen cleaner. I think we get a one free color for the lightsabers tonight, right?
Yeah, no, sure, I go for it. Yeah, why not?
It's up to you.
Oh
I could
no,
do
no,
it in
I
black
think
and
that
white. I,
sounds like
Rex
a
I
will
good
think
make
we
that
idea.
should.
rule. It's been decided.
Yeah.
But I've
And
also got.
I've got to see a purple one.
Dark Lord
I've
Pixel
also,
has spoken. Yes.
Oh, has he? Okay.
so I've got a turnip pen nib, and I
Uh-huh.
also have a school pen nib. So this is going to be really, really interesting because I'm gonna tear it up tonight with this traditional means since my digital has been suffering as of late.
Oh, well, that's
Oh, and I
cool.
also have one of these Hude pens. So
Well, there you go. Those are for
I'm
Shoto
gonna,
or Japanese calligraphy.
yeah,
So that's
I'm
interesting.
just gonna sit here, pull my eyes back, and just go full Japanese on this drawing tonight.
Sweet. That's
So,
awesome. And I thought India ink was basically for henna and very bad tattoos.
oh no. So there's many different types of India ink. I could get more into it during the show. It'd take me a day to explain it, but basically, there's alcohol proof,
Hmm.
waterproof,
Hmm.
both, and neither.
I see. That means nothing to me, but somehow something that has that's alcohol and waterproof would be good for using with Booster, because I think he's
Oh yeah,
fungus ridden right now.
The
not
only
Not
there's
thing
alcohol
with
nothing
proof.
those,
oil proof.
Well, cool. All right, dude. Well, awesome. Let's move down the row here. Now we have a special guest with us today. Is not an artist, but he is, of course, a regular on our shows. You guys all know Thundero, and he's going to be helping us a little bit talk about Star Wars because he knows quite a bit about it. So, dude,
Yes.
holidays, uplifting, less cursing. Although I did put an NC-17 on the show, so go ahead.
Less cursing. Let's see. The holidays for me were pretty miserable. But other than that, it is nice to see, even though I don't like the new trilogy, I consider it a heresy to Star
Mm,
Wars canon.
mhm.
Um, it's still nice to see what happens in America, especially when Star Wars comes around. It's a cultural moment, even if it's a crappy movie,
Yep.
and it's nice to remember why I loved Star Wars so much. What it was about
Yes.
it that brought me to it, even if they can't get anywhere near that magic again.
Well, you want to hear some sacrilege then? On top of that,
We
my
got
wife is a big Star Wars fan. I like Star Wars, but I'm a Star Trek fan. Uh-oh.
yeah, me too.
I
Uh-oh.
just threw up in my mouth.
I like them. I'm one of those guys.
Dirty
I like
Trek.
them both. They're both equally good in
Yeah.
my mind.
No, I'm going to get a lot of the dirty Trekker remarks. I'm sure it's all right. It's all right.
Data could kill Boba Fett any day.
That yes, he could. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Data could kill just about anyone any day. He's a near unstoppable android unless you hit his
Machine,
off.
yeah. But of course,
Yeah, as long as he doesn't sit down on a hard surface.
oh. Okay. But
Because if his back touches a chair, he turns off.
that's true. Moving on, though. Moving on, before it gets too dark. Sheldon, how you doing, man? Nice to have you back again.
Hey, thanks. I'm glad to be back.
Well, we're talking
I'm
about the
ready to
holidays,
draw.
man. What did you do?
I like on Christmas Eve is when I did most of the celebrating. I went and ate a bunch of food and opened some gifts. But then Christmas, it was pretty cool because like I didn't do anything. I just stayed in, slept in late, and just watched TV.
Sweet. All right. I did none of those
Yeah, it
things. I was running around like
it
a
was
crazy chicken everywhere, dude. I was very
exactly. That's
You know
That's
they
exact-
deliver.
I did not want to do that.
Yeah, I have no choice though. I had to run Christmas parties and all kind of stuff. But it was fun though. I certainly enjoy the holidays here, and it's actually interesting in this little town I live in. When I first came here, their Christmas stuff was pretty non-existent. They mainly did illumination, and they ate Kentucky Fried Chicken and cake. I don't know why that happened, but I have bought. I have
Tradition.
it is tradition, but I have created some Christmas parties, and I don't know if I've influenced it, but I've seen a lot more Christmas parties pop up elsewhere as well. I do know the one thing I definitely had a huge effect upon over here was Halloween. But I don't know. It's fun though. and I'm glad to see so many people getting into Christmas and having fun because it is a fun holiday. And to be honest, if we sit here and have a conversation about it, because a lot of the religious folks will say, well, Christmas is about baby Jesus, which is fine. It's not really. So yeah.
No.
Anybody can enjoy it. So cool. Thank you guys very much, and perfect timing on our side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let our booster, who is very drunk, count us down and get us started, because this is an actual official. I know it's a holiday one, and there's not a lot of people here, but it's all right. But this is official because I'm pretty sure that Mike is doing a draw and a quarter next week. So there will be a winner here today. And Booster, go ahead and get him started, and then we're going to start talking about.
Oh shit! You want me to do a countdown?
I do. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Well, give me a
we could
minute.
let
I'm getting my
Thundero do it
cheese.
if you feel.
I
He's
think
not- he's not-
Thundero should.
He's not even good at counting when he's sober. What are you doing?
That's true.
Yeah,
Maybe we should let
that's a
Thundero do
terrible
it.
idea. Yeah,
All right,
let
Thundero.
Thundero
Why
do
am I
it.
counting down
Because you
from?
keep shitting on my countdown. You shit on everyone's countdowns. Don't you Thundero do? You shit on his countdown.
All right, we usually do it from 5 or 3. Which you need to do with Thundero is be extremely dynamic and exciting, and just make everyone's year with the best countdown we've ever had.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna get people off. Hang on. Hold on. Let me get into make people have a good time countdown mode.
All right, here we
Get
go.
off.
Booster got the reference.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna start from 5, 4, 3,
Ooh.
2,
Ooh.
1.
Oh.
Why does
Good
everyone
going.
suck at countdowns? I mean, that was like sweaty ball level, man. Come on.
This just doesn't like countdowns. Like, it doesn't matter how you do it. It's like with white chicks. He just doesn't like it, no matter how you do
Hey,
it.
hey,
You put yourself, hey, fine,
hey now.
awesome white bitch, and Chester would be like, her chin's weird.
Dude, I've liked me some white chicks in my life. I've tasted every
Chester
flavor in
doesn't
the
like
rainbow,
white
brother.
woman. He just doesn't like white women.
I
It's racism.
do. I do like the white women's. They're,
You know, I have
especially the
great news
brunettes.
though. I have some very good news. I
You do.
found the crackers, and I found the
Jeez.
blue cheese.
He found the crackers and the blue cheese. He's been looking for quite
Yeah,
a while,
so
so I don't know where he
yeah.
found it. I'm kind of scared,
So
but
I'm having this is a good holiday season for Booster because Booster loves his smelly cheese. Let me tell you, I love my blue cheese,
oh damn
baby.
Come on, to just smell
And-
the cheese, huh?
And I found a safe knife. I don't trust myself with a sharp knife right now. That sounds highly dangerous.
highly dangerous. Yeah.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Well, let me jump over here to chat, and then we're going to get into talking
Yeah.
about Star Wars and particularly Knights of the Old Republic. But let's see what we got going on over here. By the way, happy holidays to all of you in the chat. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and we'll have a good New Year's as well. Really interested to see how many of you actually gone to see the new Star Wars. That should be interesting. But let me see here. We have Amaron says good turnout. Absolutely. Jennifer's in here. Hey, Jennifer. Rodwell says start drawing. Well, they're on it. Hey, DeWolf is in here. Look at these nerds. Yep. Happy nerds, dude. Hopefully you're having good holidays over there with your family, dude. Joshua, our very favorite troll. We love him. There's some guy named Booster Kiwi. I don't know. He's an annoying
I like
fellow.
him. You should read his You should read his comment, Chester. I think he had something insightful to say. Give it a go.
D's nuts. And then Dan
Got
Mason
him!
says D's nuts twos. I don't know what D's nuts means, so you gotta have to help me out with that. I'm an old man.
So you know, like with the black people,
Yeah.
Oh boy,
they
here it comes.
Jesus.
Nice.
they
lead-in.
they like to say these nuts, and then got him. So that's how they get you, Chester, with these nuts.
I'm still not getting it. Are you picking on the fact that American blacks, or at least ghetto whites, are incapable of speaking English properly? Is this some kind of etymological,
Partially, yes.
jest?
Yeah, that's more or less
Yes.
what it is.
I
Yeah,
see.
that's pretty much what I'm doing. Yeah,
All right. That was
a lot of
exciting.
racist thing there.
It was racist.
Got him!
Yeah. Got him. Get him. Okay. Jennifer says, "Oh no." So she got the reference. I'm out of the loop, dude. Damn it. Ara says, "Hi, nice to see you again over here, Ara. Excellent." DeWolf has something to say. If you are a Star Wars fan, then you don't want to watch this thing. It sounds like it's pretty messy, dude. Hello. DeWolf says 72% voted for Benjamin Netanyahu. Dip Pens, he already won my vote. I got a couple of Jinhao fountain pens for presents. Okay, I don't know what I get half of that. I don't think it was. He said Benjamin N. I just assumed it was Netanyahu. He almost got himself blown up the other day. It was pretty bad. Happy holidays all from Junkyard Done. Awesome. It is Chester. It is me. And he says Christmas in Japan is about humping. Still can't get over that. It is. It is a romantic holiday. Yeah, it's like
I'm
Valentine's Day
sorry,
for us.
what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah,
I
sure.
wanna
Go Bone Day again?
I haven't heard that saying for a while.
What
Humping.
is it, Japan? I wanna hump. I love humping. It's like my favorite thing.
Instantly
Well,
the 80s again.
yeah, but the thing
Yeah.
is, there's a difference between humping and dry humping. A little bit different.
I can work with both. I don't give a shit.
But anyway, yeah, no. Here in
Been a
Japan,
while for Booster.
Christmas is a day where couples go out and do romantic dating like you do on Valentine's Day. It is true. Yeah. Joe says, "Howdy. Sadly, I know nothing about Nicer Old Republic." Well, we're going to get into that in a minute, dude. So hang out.
Oh, girl.
And
Yeah, just draw something Star Wars related. We don't give a shit. You want to draw a Baby Yoda? I'll draw it. I'll put that on the draw
yeah,
along.
that's fine. They
Yeah,
can draw
let's
whatever
go
they
on,
want.
baby.
Just
Uh,
draw
Yeah.
a Mandalorian. The concept of the Mandalorians come largely from the Old Republic.
That's
Draw
true.
a thing.
That is very true.
Just-
That
Let's
I would
draw a
like
Jedi
you
made
to-
entirely out of lightsabers.
I need you to elaborate on that shit.
The ultimate Jedi, right
The
there.
ultimate Jedi, a lightsaber Jedi. Keep in mind, guys, I see a bunch of you really good artists sitting there in chat. Of course, you're welcome to come in if you want, but of course, we also have a draw along. So we hope you're going to be doing your own favorite Star Wars stuff. Anything's fine. We're focusing on Knights of the Old Republic simply because, well, it's what they should have done, and we're longing for it. But you can do any Star Wars stuff, and definitely go over to Twitter and put in hashtag DNQFE. Once again, hashtag DNQFE. And we'll check your art out at the end of the show. We really appreciate doing that. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Wild Food says, I need a cigarette after that countdown.
Gross.
All right. Someone is congratulating Booster for being drunk. Sweet. The Hollow Comic says, I saw the new Star Wars in a company outing. Oh, interesting. Had fun throwing popcorn at the screen. There you go. Pope Raven, I haven't seen you in forever. Where's my link, Booster?
Both Raven
Yeah.
got a link. He's taking the piss. He's a little shit.
All right, there you go.
Wow.
He's taking the what? The piss?
Taking the piss.
What does
Is
that
a-
mean?
Yeah, is that a New Zealander term
it.
or?
Well, I think it's more like an English term. We kind of appropriated it.
Christmas
It
tradition.
means to make fun of
Oh,
taking the piss.
Take the piss.
Yes, I don't know why we would want to carry piss, but
do you
or
want
how
the
we
red
would
pill,
carry
the
the
blue
piss.
pill, or the piss?
And you want well, you can't take my piss. It's mine.
Jeez.
Here's
Pitch
a
is
fun little
bacon.
expression. I am currently getting pissed in New Zealand. To be on the piss is to be drunk. Taking the piss, on the piss, pissing down to mean raining. We talk about piss quite a lot over here. We're pretty
What's the
disgusting.
obsession with piss over there?
I
What's
don't
going-
know. It's gross.
I do apologize.
Let piss
Junkyard
go
Dad
out.
says, went with the missus and 5-year-old to watch the movie, the new movie. Awesome. Classic D's Nuts is from Snoop Dogg. Gin and Juice. Yeah, that was a good song. Booster, send him in the link. Okay. Pope Raven lies like a lying liar. That's very coherent. Booster's link sends me to porn. Oh no, yeah, I'm sure it's gay porn too.
It's my own home brewed one. Okay.
That's your homemade
It's just
video.
it's just my feet and some scrotum shots. Don't take the piss. Right? It's not. It's
Dude.
classy stuff.
I saw a little, it's kind of like a documentary, I guess, on
Yeah.
YouTube that was talking about a lot of people actually do that on like these porn channels. They'll put up like their own little nakedness or their own porn stuff. It's weird.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it's awesome. I
Nope.
go there all the time.
Everyone's trying to be a Kardashian these days.
Yeah.
Yes, but why would I want to mess my wife? You don't get to look at my wife. Go to hell. Kat is in here. Hey,
Yeah.
Kat, how are you doing?
Sport.
It's
She's
nice
too
to see
good for
her.
us. She
Pope-
won't come on anymore. She hates us. She thinks we're gay.
She does, but she said she's going to
Yeah.
vote for Pope Raven if he comes in, though. Sweet.
Oh, what?
No,
don't do that.
we're- yeah, your vote belongs to me.
There you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah, vote Mets.
All right. Hey, we got Chino in here as well. All right, I've caught up with the chat. I'll come back and check periodically, guys, of course. But
Yeah.
I'm going to go over here and we're
If
going to
you have
start
time, you
talking
have to-
Star Wars, however. Now, I'll
Very
go
easy.
through and show what these guys are doing real quick, and then I'm going to jump over and show some stuff here. So, Sheldon is putting a torso together. Okay. All right. Something there. Metz is
Slowly.
ooh, that's kind of nice. I kind of like that. It's interesting. All right. We got Eric over here. Oh, now what's I know this character. What's this character's name? Tell the folks, Eric.
Darth Nihilus.
Darth
Ooh.
Nihilus. Yes.
Potentially the
That
most
guy's
powerful
cool.
Sith
Rad.
Yeah.
Darth Nihilus.
Well, he's on the cover, I do believe. And then Erodimus is ooh. That's like some old styly Mandalorian armor you got going on there, huh?
Yeah, it's the one suggested Cantankerous Oreo.
Cantankerous Oreo.
Oh,
Cantankerous Oreo.
I guarantee you that was originally the name as a joke in the script, and they changed it to Cantankerous Oreo.
Maybe. That's funny.
Cantankerous Oreo because they make me angry. It's the power of myth.
You know the funny thing about Star
That's
Wars.
actually my neighbor.
When we think about the naming conventions in Star Wars movies, some of the
Yeah.
names are just badass, right? I mean, they're really good.
Yeah,
And then some of
so-
They're
them are
like
just
Jar
weird.
Jar Binks.
Well, but yeah, that's my point. Some of them are just what the hell, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Han Solo, cool name. Luke Star Killer, maybe not a cool name, right?
What?
Which,
A little cheesy, yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
Killer.
that's the
Skywalker.
original name of him, yeah.
I would
Sounds like a
kill stars
80s
and
metal band.
shit.
Well, George was outvoted on that. See, there's a lot of things that happened in the original Star Wars, the New Hope, that George was simply outvoted on, and
Oh, yeah.
Like
so the
Luke
movie
being
we
a
got,
girl.
huh?
Luke was a girl.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff he did, and I'm
Yeah,
glad.
Starkiller was a girl.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even
He
know
was
that.
taking
Alright.
the piss.
Yeah.
There you go. Something nice to in your vocabulary.
Yes, that's the vocabulary. All right, let me come over here and share, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Star Wars. So I'm going to actually share the screen with these guys, which I usually don't bother with, but if they do want to kind of take a peek at what we're looking at, and I'm going to bring it up. Now, first of all, we are here to talk about Star Wars, but particularly we want to talk about Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Now, it's interesting for me that the first thing that comes up right here is Knights of the Old Republic 3. But I've never heard of that. Now, I played the first one, and I played the second one.
Be right back.
But I didn't know there was a third one. Maybe this is just someone's idea or something's coming that I don't know about. If anybody can help me out with that, I'd appreciate it.
Probably a petition.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's
Yeah.
a plea from the fans to get it made. It doesn't exist. They were in the process of creating 3, and instead they got a bug up their butt to make I would assume it had to do with the publisher at the time wanted an MMO. So
Oh.
they turned 3 into an MMO, which is Star Wars Knights. They're the Old Republic.
The Old Republic, which sadly is kind of boring. It is a bit boring, unfortunately. I did play through it,
Yeah.
though. I did run a
It's a
character up
little
to max
better
level.
now. They sped it up. So basically all you play is your class story and maybe a little bit of other missions just to level up
Yeah.
a little. But it's a lot better now because a lot of the class stories are really good. But the
Oh, that's
rest of
good.
the game is really boring. Like
Yeah.
the just side quests and stuff are really well done.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, though, Knights of the Old Republic, the 1 and 2, they were anything but boring. They were wonderful, and I played a lot of video games in my life, but I'm certainly not the video game guy. But I feel that, especially the original one, a lot of ideas and tropes from that game made it into modern gaming. Actually, I feel that KOTOR was very influential. Actually, like for instance, the fact that you're running around your own ship, right? Now they
Oh,
they did that much better. Like a good example of it today would be Warframe. Now, Warframe itself is fun, although I don't like the aesthetics, but it is very fun and very popular. But that ship you're walking around on is boring as hell, man. It's not a well done
Yeah,
version.
man. Yeah, that's totally wild, bro.
Shut up, Booster. But I mean, you guys know what I mean, right? And there's a lot of little things like you building your lightsaber and just the dialogue and interaction. I just feel like a lot of games that came out later, like Halo and or was Halo before? I don't know, but I just feel like a lot of games kind of took from Knights of the Old Republic. Now I could be completely talking on my butt right now, but I just feel so.
Well, a lot of companies took from BioWare, period. A lot of BioWare's ideas,
Yeah.
which unfortunately have gone out of fashion and they need to make a comeback because their style of games was fantastic, um,
Hmm.
was robbed and piecemealed and then eventually abandoned when the big open world RPG market, started to dominate everything.
Mm,
But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It's something that you see now with like the Outer Worlds. It's a very BioWare style game where you have a ship like that. You can walk around, you can fly around on the ship,
yep,
you can go do missions here, there, wherever.
yep,
Uh, but it's not fully open world. It has like little areas that are open world that you can explore, but it's not fully open world. And it's something that I hope does make a comeback because I think you can go really deep with a game
yeah,
like that instead of wide, which a lot of the games have started to do, just go wide and put
yeah.
in a bunch of boring content just so they have content.
Yeah, well, it is quite linear, but it doesn't matter. It's a great story. They're really fun, and I just thoroughly enjoyed them. I played them both of them all the way through. I think I even played second one twice, but or at least one and a half times. But now, one thing that did come into my mind as I'm kind of going through these images I have right here. This says a 4K textures remastered in HD. Have they? Is there a remastered version of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic?
Actually, there's a fan version, and that's what I'm using as a reference for
Oh, really?
Bastilla Shan. Like
Astala
they
Shan.
Bastilla Shan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, oh,
Like,
you're fine.
Oscillation.
No, there's a fan version. I would assume using Unreal Engine 4 probably,
So it's like a
and
mod.
yeah,
yeah, it's basically a big mod. The problem is a lot of
Oh.
times these get shut down by whoever owns the
Oh yeah,
license because
they
they
do
don't.
that a lot. Yeah.
yeah, because you know what else do they have to do? We're not making money. We better shut somebody down.
You're
Mhm.
right.
Chester, why do you have a video of Philip Seymour Hoffman on YouTube in your tabs there?
Don't worry about it. That
I'm
man is a
no,
treasure.
no, I'm fixated on that right now.
I don't
Philip's
know.
going
I
off. What's
probably
going on there?
watched a thing of him in Charlie
And
Wilson's
Charlie
War.
Wilson's War,
Yep.
Gust's monologue. That
Yep.
sounds excellent. Have you seen that thing with him and Joaquin Phoenix in a film called The Master with their monologue? That was absolutely excellent.
Yep. I like Seymour Hoffman,
Yeah,
dude. He's really good.
he's good. Too bad he's dead.
He is
And
dead.
not anymore.
Yeah.
That's a real
Yeah.
bummer.
Yeah.
Really,
But I don't know. These
really
things up
shit
here,
on
I don't
my
know. It's
Gus,
probably
I think,
something I
yeah.
just had watched a long. It's been up there for a long time. So, but I do like him. Yeah. Let's come over here and take a look at the act. Now, I went to the Wikipedia, not the Wikipedia,
Oh
the
girl.
Wikipedia. It's much better for Star Wars. And of course, this is here is talking about the. I think this is actually the MMO. I'm not sure, but of course, this cover here is very iconic, very good, and they have a lot of nice pictures for us to look at here. It's very nice. But a synopsis is this is based on the criminal. Hold on a second. Up here. Okay. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic is a role-playing game made originally for Microsoft Xbox and later released for the PC and Mac. Also available on iPhone, iPad, and Android. Really, the game was
Mhm.
developed by BioWare, of course, which BioWare has absolutely went off the frickin' cliff, and published by
Yeah.
LucasArts. A decade later, it was ported by Aspyr Media. That's how it got on there. Okay. This is set 3,956 years before A New Hope. Sweetness. And
Yeah.
it's the first computer RPG set in the Star Wars universe. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
It uses the
Wait,
D20
it's the
system.
first what?
The first RPG set in the Star Wars universe.
Okay, maybe on the computer, but there's been like source books for that
Oh yeah, no,
in
they
the
talk about the
past.
computer. Yeah, you're right. The
Yeah.
D6. That was Star Wars used the D6, right? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Star
Yeah.
Wars the D6 tabletop. That was a lot of fun. I got a ton of books sitting in the other room too. But it uses the D20 system even on the RPG. Really interesting.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
What happens is when you're playing it, anything you do is done on the D20 system. It's a simulated dice roll in the background running constantly.
Yeah, no, well, that's a good thing. It's a very solid system. That's why it's been around forever. Let's see here. It allows the player, to either be a servant to the light side of the Force or the dark side. And there are a lot of things in there that delve into the Sith a lot more. Actually, I learned a lot about the Sith from these games, I think, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
The strange thing is especially in KOTOR 2, the philosophy that they put forward for the Sith is better than the Jedi. The problem is in order to access it, you have to basically just become evil.
Yeah.
The power of the dark side. So it's strange because if you take what the light side users become and put it somehow make it work with the dark side, you would have the perfect Jedi, or
Yeah.
a perfect, like, better being, which some people consider like gray Jedis, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's accurate. I think it's
Yeah.
more of it was intentionally
Qui-Gon
done. I
Jinn.
don't know if it was intentionally done by Lucas, but by people later who fleshed it out more. That there's a dichotomy there, that one philosophy is actually better, like more sound logically, but it's only used by the evil people, and the other side that's more emotional and less logical is used by the good people.
Well,
Well, I mean,
but
that's where Jolene Bendo came from.
Yeah.
Was Knights of the Old Republic, and he was kind of like, at least my first exposure to Gray Jedi.
Yes.
yeah. Well, but keep in mind though, because Kathleen Kennedy said there is no resource material. They're having to make it up as they go along. Just remember that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she couldn't find her way out of the paper bag. I'm
Probably
just
not.
saying.
Probably not. But here's the opening crawl from Knights of the Old Republic. Of thousands of years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Riven, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable as countless knights fall in battle, and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the outer rim world of Taris, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith galactic domination. That's pretty cool.
Dude, that's
some good voice
wild,
acting.
bro.
Huh?
That was wild, Chester. You know what? You should be in the Star Wars.
Shut up, Booster.
Yes, as Darth Busby.
Hey, man. I'd sell that shit, dude.
You really sold it, man. That was really cool, my bro.
Jeez.
I think this is what they say, taking the piss out of you.
Yes, that's what he's doing. He does it all the time,
Yeah,
though. It's kind of his job.
Me?
He's
No,
pissing on something.
no, I'm not pissing on any of y'alls. I'm being really
He's
genuine right about meow.
pissed.
Yep,
Meow.
he's drunk.
About
Yeah.
He
meow?
is, yeah.
Right meow.
Oh, yeah. Have you been looking at
Yeah.
those cats reviews?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
movie
a disturbing movie,
that movie
dude.
looks excellent. I'm really looking forward to it, you know?
Oh my god.
I think it has some excellent CGI, some great acting, musical and dancing. I think it's going to be a thrill ride for the whole family, truly.
Yep.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. It's going to be a classic. Just you what? It'll be alongside movies just like Troll 2 and The Room.
All right, well, I'm going
Just-
to come back over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But I'm going to just start white boxing guys. You can watch them do their art. You know, Knights of the Old Republic was really, really fun. And
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really wish that they would do. I'd like to see a new game, but we got Jedi Fallen Order, and I think that's the best thing you're going to get for quite a while.
That's
Uh,
a shame.
it is a shame, but I'd like to see them do a remastering of it, like they did with Final Fantasy, what, 7, 8, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Oh,
7
yeah. They did a
technically a
lot of
full
remakes of Final Fantasy, and a lot of them are rubbish.
Well,
Because they're not 6, which
Yes.
is the best Final Fantasy.
Correct.
I could get behind
Objectively.
that.
objectively, okay.
Do you want to be best friends? Because anyone who agrees with me that Final Fantasy 6 is the best Final Fantasy can be my best friend.
I will agree
I
with you
loved
because I've never
7.
played it.
I still
Yeah.
got to play 6.
6
7 is
has an
okay,
opera
but
scene.
yes, and
that's what
it's
sold me.
incredible. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 is what got me in.
I want to do a Drawing Quarter Fan edition based on Final Fantasy VI, the objectively best one.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
I want to do that. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do
We'll
that.
draw baby Mogwais or
Yeah.
Mog.
I'm loving these comments. Bullet says Final Fantasy 9 or GTFO. I loved 9. I just clocked that recently. That was an excellent game. A bit of a shy ending. The final boss didn't make any sense, but still a pretty overall great game.
Yeah, I
Damnation
don't
says
remember
Final
what the
Fantasy
hell.
4, excellent game. 4 is great.
Yeah, I could get behind that with
Yeah,
Cecil and whatnot.
Yep, yes. Cecil and Kane, great characters. Love 4.
Look how
Probably
Booster
the
sounded
first
drunk a
great
little bit
Final
ago.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Now he sounds amazingly coherent when he's talking about
woken,
Final
man.
Fantasy.
When we talk about Final Fantasy, baby, I'm all on board. Even I love my
I've been
Final
playing-
Fantasies.
He's back.
I've been playing 14 too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
I've
get
been
into
on a
that.
bit of a JRPG kick recently. I just got Secret of Mana and playing Breath of Fire. I mean,
Ooh, Breath of Fire.
Which one?
He's got
yeah,
Part
Yeah,
3?
which Breath of Fire?
first one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I haven't
it
played
just
that
came
one.
out on the SNES emulator on the Switch. I'm really enjoying it.
Mm.
The my comic is actually love leather to Breath of Fire 3.
Nice.
That was my
That's
That's
favorite.
awesome, bro. I'll
Yeah.
check that out. Only the first 2 are on the Switch right now. I'll have to check out 3 later.
Oh yeah, well 3 was a PlayStation exclusive. So
I see. Yeah.
that might be a little bit difficult, but I still have it. I'll send it to you.
It had the American
Thank you.
monsters in there.
Nice. Okay.
You know what's interesting right now,
I'm ready to
Mr.?
boogie, baby.
We have these gentlemen drawing Old Republic characters, and no one's drawing Revan.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Bunch of weirdos. Dude, I want to do a Final Fantasy. I'm hitting. Oh shit! Oh, almost dropped the drink. Good thing that was close. I'm sliding into Pixel's DMs right now. I'm gonna do it on all caps. I'm gonna just yell at him for a minute, okay?
Okay. All right.
We need to do a Final Fantasy DNQFE.
We should.
I
Okay.
agree with Junkyard Dunn
There we
here.
go.
He says I'm an outlier. I'm a big Final Fantasy X fan. I am as well. I think for me personally, it's the second best Final Fantasy.
Wow.
But
I have
well,
just because
never.
the story to me is it hits me personally because he has a troubled relationship with his dad, and so do I. So it hits my box.
I have never
Yeah.
played Final Fantasy.
Never? None of them.
Oh,
None of them.
I'm a little jealous.
That's your
You gotta play
loss,
it all
Justin.
over again.
Yeah.
Why?
Didn't you say you made a cameo in one of those games?
I didn't make a cameo, but one of my friends, he worked for SquareSoft, I guess. But
Yeah.
he was
yeah.
he was the dude in charge of backgrounds and things like that. And I guess in I don't know 6 or 7 or 8, one of those,
Bloody hell.
there's like a secret room in some bar you have to go to get something, and on the wall there's a bunch of wanted posters, and our D&D crew, because I was the DM and they had all the players, we're all on the wall as wanted people.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Chester,
And I've
like,
never seen it.
how have you never played Final Fantasy and you're a D&D nerd?
Why? Because I don't like the Japanese aesthetic.
You do know they all have a Western aesthetic, right?
No, they don't. They look like the
Not
typical
all.
long,
But
thin
there's
manga stuff, which I don't like.
I actually agree with him. As I've gotten older, it's been harder for me to go back and try and get as into them as I was when I was younger, just
Yeah.
because the aesthetic of them is it's not my taste. But I know that they're great games, especially 10 and 6. Those are the two for me.
See,
that are,
Yeah, I'm the same from there. I love 10 and 6.
Well, I saw
See,
my.
I just really like Yoshitaka Amano, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's just my personal taste. I did watch my son
gotta-
play one, and they were on a ship, and they were fighting like this gigantic whale thing. So whichever one
That's 10. That's definitely 10.
Okay.
Well, it's
All he had to say was whale, and we know that that's sin from 10.
also in 14. There's all the raid bosses are
Oh,
Summons.
Bismarck. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Bismarck.
well, no, this was a long time ago,
Yeah.
so it must have been 10. So
They definitely
Yeah.
modeled Bismarck after Sin in Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I just thought that was super interesting.
10 was an incredibly groundbreaking game back in the day graphically on the PS2, man. Like, I remember as a kid, you gotta understand, for me, I was 10 years old when Final Fantasy 10 came out, funnily enough, right? And the CGI cutscenes for Final Fantasy 10 on the PS2 were just incredible. After that massive jump from the PS1, yeah, that was a really incredible time for gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not been the same since.
Yeah, the PS2 was an awesome console, and I miss that stuff.
I'm loving what
Yeah,
Eric
I
is doing
remember
here
that.
with Nihilist, though. This is pretty cool, dude.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah. Because, we are here to talk about Star Wars, and somehow Booster derailed us.
I like Final Fantasy. What do you want from me? I've never played a BioWare game. I'm sorry I have to admit that. Okay.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's
Not one.
me.
I tried playing
That's
Mass Effect over and over again, but for some odd reason, even being PC Master Race, the game crashes on launch because PC sucks.
See, I never played that game series either.
Yeah.
Them as fighting words.
Well, dude, I'm an MMO guy. That's what I am. I went from MUDs, and then this new thing, MMO, came out. And I was like, oh, what's this? And then I never played MUDs again. You guys know what a MUD is?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
I don't know what a mud is.
No, please explain.
Multi-user dungeon something. Yeah, it's basically you read it
Emulator.
and you
Okay.
interact with the computer. There's no visuals. It's all reading and stuff. I know that's
Okay.
difficult for some of you young people.
Yeah, that's. I mean, well, I've seen people play them. I watched Stranger Things. I found out.
Oh, really? Yeah, I love them. But I also did something that I don't know if anybody here can relate to. Maybe Eric, who has been white box, and I'm moving over to El Rodimus now. But excuse me, I used to do a thing where we had this thing called mail. Where you actually put a stamp on something and put it in the mailbox. We used to have that.
I have heard of that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we had this I forget what it was called, but you basically play kind of like a mud role playing game by mail, and you mail in your moves and your responses, and you wait for it to happen, and then you do it again. So you're actually used to use the mail system to actually play these kind of long winded mud and role playing games. You guys remember that? What do they call that, Eric?
That sounds pretty cool.
I don't know
Sad.
what they call that,
Sounds expensive.
but yes, I do recall that.
No
yeah.
friends.
Shut up. That was a lot of fun, dude. Because you had to use your imagination, you had to think and use your brain, and you had to write things down, which people can't even spell properly anymore.
Is that how you met your Canadian girlfriend?
You're talking to me about women? I think you've confused me with Booster. I'm the cool one. He's the not cool
No,
one.
no,
Yeah.
the
That
supermodel
is
you
true.
dated in
I
high
would
school.
I'd like a Canadian woman. I hear they're polite over in Canada. I'd like a woman who knows her place. That's what I'd like in a woman.
Yeah, so would I. If they don't
One who doesn't argue back and just
Oh no.
knows to shut up. I like that. I find that to be really cute,
I'm looking it up, trying to figure what it was called. And of course, there's no. They don't even the Google can't even understand what I'm trying to say. Play by mail, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know
Probably
what you
look
get when you
up
Google
sex
that.
crimes of the 1980s, and it'll come up under one of the.
I'm violated in me.
One of the serial killers that.
Yeah, they put out this thing to lure kids.
Oh yeah, no, here we go. They talk about diplomacy and some of the other ones. Yeah, no, those were fun. But anyway, I guess they still do it by email. But these days, I mean, there's no need for it really. But anyway, we
Yeah,
are
you
here to
just
talk about Star
call it
Wars.
Discord.
It's called Discord.
Yeah, let's
talk about Star Wars. Let's
Star
talk about
Wars.
Darth Nihilus.
Did
Yes,
anyone watch
who?
the original in theaters?
I saw it at the
Yes.
drive-in.
Yeah, it was the first movie I remember seeing in the theater.
Yeah, my wife as well. Yeah, yeah. How about you, Thunder? When
My
did you?
first movie was the Rugrats movie.
Oh,
Oh
I don't
my
know the first time
God.
I saw it. It probably was on television when I was a kid. I did when they put out the remasters because they came out before I was born. But when they all of them did. But when they put out the remasters, my father and I actually went and saw all of them in theater, which was
Oh,
great.
there you go. Well, the remasters catch a lot of flack, but I don't think they were that bad. But
No,
I took with my kids. What I did is I took we had a long weekend, and before they were younger, so they had to go to bed at that kind of like younger kids age. But I showed them one, two, and three, or four, five, and six on I think it was a Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And those kids sat and were riveted by those movies.
Oh
They
yeah.
they did not take their eyes off the
oh yeah,
screen, right?
Mhm.
And then I started to show them the prequels. They walked out of the room in the first 30
Mhm.
minutes, dude.
Damn.
Seriously.
that's amazing.
Why has they got problems with Jar Jar Binks, sir?
My
I was saying the logic of children, the honesty of them.
Mr.
Not so
Jar
nice
Jar
a bud,
Binks,
but
sir.
peeps.
my brother-in-law and my sister actually have never seen any of them somehow. I don't know how that's even possible, but they've never seen any of them.
Yeah.
They're
And
blessed.
we were talking about them at Christmas, and I was like, I guess I don't want to spoil this for you. And she goes, really? Everybody knows that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. And I said, that's not true. Kids don't know that. And when you show it to them, it blows most of their minds because they
That's
don't
true.
see it coming.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you have to show them at the right age, I think. But
Yeah.
another interesting thing, because they talk about the kids don't have the attention span of a goldfish anymore, right? And they go on and on about it. But this is not really true. I think the problem is the way Hollywood makes movies, they're just too overwhelming, right? They're always
Yeah.
cutting, cut, cut. Everything is so close, you can't see anything. They won't back up and let you see the action, right? It's
Yeah.
just a hot mess. Because I sat down with my son, who was, I guess, 18 or 17 or 18 at the time. So he was, coming on to be an adult. He wasn't a kid. But I sat down and he said, I've never seen Blade Runner. I hear people talk about it. I said, well, all right then. I went into the closet, pulled it out, threw it in the Blu-ray, and we sat down and watched it. That
Hold
kid
on
did
one
not
second.
move the whole time, and he loved it. Right? And that's a slow ass movie, right? Blade Runner is slow, but it's just intense, man. It absorbs you. And I thought it was the coolest thing to me that my son just absolutely loved and adored Blade Runner. That thing has staying power, baby.
Yeah, I get a lot of flack for liking Blade Runner,
I don't know
but
why. It's amazing.
well, because there's like a scene in there where all he does is like enhance for 10 minutes, but it's like you need
Yeah, yeah,
that kind of scene
yeah.
to let the rest of the movie breathe.
That's right. No,
You
no,
need
it's
those cool down moments.
and yeah, and our what was it? What's his name? Damn it, why can't I remember his name? The most important character in the whole damn movie, and I can't remember his name. Rutger Hauer. Um, he stole that freaking movie, though, dude. It was
Yeah.
really brilliant.
Like tears in a rain.
Yeah, dude, he killed it. But the interesting thing is, I went and watched the new one, and um, I heard a lot of different opinions about it. I don't think it was as good as the first one, but it was a really solid movie, though. It was beautiful. The cinematography was shockingly
Well,
good
that's
in that
because
movie.
Ryan Gosling is just a
Yeah, well,
gorgeous bit of man
I
being.
I
I
think
would,
that's fair. That's
I
fair.
will tickle his hiney for
Well, I
$20.
think he's the problem, actually. But
I'd pay.
Really?
yeah, I think so. But overall, I
Yeah.
liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
Don't
And
you talk shit about Ryan Gosling? I'll fight you.
we know you'll fight anybody. It's all right. But
Yeah.
but my point is, I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a perfect conclusion to the first one. It's really they did a good job, and it's kind of shocking to me. And the reason I'm saying this, I want to get everybody's opinion because for me, the movie answered every question you had. Particularly, was Decker a replicant? And clearly, he was. They told you this in the second movie very clearly. But I've had several people argue me, no, they didn't. Like, did you not watch the movie? I don't understand. It's quite clear he's a replicant. He's in Las Vegas, which is nuked out. It's radiated. You can't go in there without dying. He's just walking around just fine. And of course, in comes Ryan Gosling as well. They had to come and pull him out in
He
guys
sleeps
in
in a
full
refrigerator.
radiation gear. Huh?
It's because he sleeps in a refrigerator.
Now, come on.
It
You
was
know,
the other movie.
yeah. But I mean, they answered the questions. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. What did you guys think about the second one?
I still haven't seen it.
I haven't
I-
seen it yet. I need to
haven't
watch it
seen
because
it either.
I like Ryan Gosling. Have you ever seen the movie Drive? I thought Drive was really
Oh,
cool.
I love Drive. That is a good
Dude,
movie.
I love Drive. He's so good in that.
He is good in that.
I really enjoyed it.
He's so dreamy.
Not Drive, but the second Blade Runner.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot to say after the first one, but like, given what they set out to do, I thought they did a pretty good job. Like
Yeah.
answering even more.
And
But,
and you know the build up, those 4 little short movie skits that were put together by legends of the industry, those were cool too, dude. That was really nice build up. I really like that. I wish more companies would do that. But yeah, I like the whole Blade Runner thing. I thought it was pretty cool. And Ryan Gosling's is fine. He takes he's kind of an acquired taste, to be fair. But I did like Drive. But I think I
You're an
liked
acquired
Wheel.
taste.
I know I am. But I think I prefer Wheelman
You taste pretty
over
good.
Drive. No comments. All right.
I liked La La Land.
Oh
I
God,
think Drive's better.
no.
Don't talk about
What?
La La
No.
Land. No, it's not. We're talking about Drive, okay? That's a good movie.
You guys didn't like La La Land?
Dilla Draw says, have you ever seen Ryan Gosling's Wang? Who boy? No, I have not, but if you could DM me that, I'd be very interested.
Why
Dilla.
would we want to see Gosling's Wang? I don't understand.
Don't judge me! I want to see him hang dong!
Oh, okay, fine.
And he doesn't mean a Chinese buffet.
No, I don't think so. Bullet says there are 4 or 5 edits of that film that change it dramatically. That's a fair point. Of the original Blade Runner. Yeah, no, that's a fair point, dude. Yo, yo, yo. What we got here? Some awful art. Dillard, yee. Booster is responding. I think he was trying to be.
Always bullying people.
Yeah.
He's taking the piss out of.
He is.
He's taking the
He's
piss.
doing that thing. Yeah. And
He's
Wild
just a bully, to be
Wild
honest.
Food says Rutger Hauer stole most every movie he was in. Fair point.
Except for that Blind Swordsman movie.
Dude, that movie
Oh,
was
I was
awesome.
just
What
thinking
are
of
you
that
talking
Blind
about?
Fury.
That was a great
Yeah,
It's a
Blind
good
Fury.
movie.
You didn't like Blind Fury?
It was a little hokey.
A little. It was very hokey, actually. But I loved it, dude.
Yeah,
I liked Zatoichi better.
Oh, well. That's,
Zatoichi.
dude, that's like comparing The Godfather to, Friday.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like Blind Samurai. That was a fun movie. I like Rutger Hauer. He's just a cool guy. Junkyard Dunn said Ninja Turtles was the first movie I watched in the theaters. Oh, cool, dude. Clone Wars was the first Star Wars I saw in the theaters. First Star Wars I saw. Interesting. There's a whole generation that'll like that. Kronos is in here, and he has a lot of things to say. Smog Mud uses online building for non-coders too, and they even have a Star Wars mod. Yeah, no, I played a lot of mods when I was younger, dude. Werewolves and such. Yeah, I love mods. Matter of fact, I wonder if they still do them. Sounds like he says they do. Huh.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah,
that
that's
up.
a mud.
A mud is it's an old style of DOS game where basically you have a bunch of dialogue and you have to make a decision. And you can make
A mod,
decisions.
originally multi-user dungeon with later variations, multi-user dimension, and multi-user domain, is a multiplayer real-time virtual world, usually text-based. You get any of that?
Yep.
Does it help people?
It's fun. I used to
You get
enjoy
mud.
them immensely because they're so clever. Because it's all writing. There's no visuals, so it has to be written really well, or it won't survive. right? And the storytelling and stuff, it was just a lot of fun. And there definitely was a Star Wars one. There was all kind of things. I remember a Thundar the Barbarian one actually. Ultima Online,
Well,
that
that
was
was
fun.
obviously the best one. Yeah, the Thunder the Barbarian.
No, Thundar is awesome. But Ultima Online, that's a
Obviously.
long time ago, dude. Jump the Shark
Oh
with
man.
10. Oh, okay. Chester is insane, actually. Thank you, Bullet. Bullet loves me. You guys know this, right? But he loves me.
Bullet bullies you, dude.
He
He
does.
mocks like how much you say actually.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm joking. He hates me, actually.
He's a bully.
Yeah, he
He
hates me.
actually hates
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
actually.
I know. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I can take it. I'm a big boy. But
Yeah.
Kronos no, excuse me, Bullet does mention Record of the Lotus War for the win, baby. Because that is a
I
great
mean,
anime series.
Mm.
Love
Oh
that.
yeah,
I
I love
guess.
anime, bro. My Naruto's, my Pokemon, yeah. Dragon, a Dragon Ball with the Z, yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. Well, I've caught up with the
Yeah, bro.
chat, so that's a good thing. Let me come back here and white box directly again. And this time I'm going to start on the other side. Rodimus is white box, and he's working on his second character, I believe.
I'm doing Darth Revan.
Oh, Dark Revan. Yeah.
Like a
Darth
Darth
Revan.
Claudio.
I'm doing
Fun.
the urban version
Oh, I
for the
see.
urban demographic.
I
Darth
see.
Nice.
I
Revan.
see.
Oh, the ghettoites? Is that
Oh.
what Chester would say?
Revan,
The Ghettoites. Yes.
Revan, you better get in his house.
But to talk about Star Wars a little bit more, going back, I used to play the old role playing game, and I do believe it's the D6 system. And we had a lot of fun with that. It's a really good dice system for a tabletop role playing, actually. It worked really well. I think D20 overall is the most versatile, which is why it's so widespread. But the D6 system was a lot of fun. Anybody here play the old Star Wars game? The tabletop role playing one.
Yeah, bro. I love Lego Star Wars.
Hey,
Yeah,
Once again,
love
Booster.
old Star Wars
Shut
games. You
up.
know, it's so good, Chester, man. You know, it's so cool, bro.
You don't even
Holiday
know.
cheer, everybody.
Yeah.
Holiday cheer.
Oh, I'm full of holiday cheer right now, baby.
So nobody played
A
it, huh?
whole mess of it.
Yeah.
I have friends who play it because they did a revamp recently.
Uh-huh. Oh, they did. That's
I-
D20 though. That's OGL.
No, they have a D6 version now.
Oh, they brought it back. I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah. The I guess my question to you is, do you adhere to the whole either everyone's a Jedi or no one's a Jedi play style?
Oh, you mean as far as the player characters?
Yeah.
Well, actually, most of the groups I played with, they were, I don't know why, but they were kind of all anti-Jedi. So it was very rare to have a Jedi at the table. Most everyone was, some kind of smuggler or bounty hunter. They all wanted to be Han Solo, basically. So I didn't really have much in the way of Jedi in the games that I DM'd. Now I played with another group where almost everybody was a Jedi, including myself. So I have played one. But no, the crew I played with for a long time, they were kind of anti-Jedi. So I guess that would be nobody's a Jedi, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. So it seems like they adhered to the whole no one's a Jedi or everyone's a Jedi situation.
Yeah. Well, I just think
Yeah,
it gets
man.
overused, is what it is, and it
I
seems.
think you're going too far there, my friend. I think you need to pull back on that shading. You looked better before.
You talking to Aaron?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm just playing around.
No,
Gotcha.
I like that. It's a ballsy move, but I actually
I'm
really enjoy that.
experimenting.
Yeah, no, you definitely should have it. I think he's just saying it's going a little. It's too bright. You bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely should have it. He's just a little too much of it. He needs to pull it back. I mean, that's a bright ass lightsaber. If it's lighting him up that much.
It is cool though. I
It
love what he's
is,
doing with
yeah.
it. Yeah. It is a really nice piece though.
Yeah, Nihilus is a fantastic character. Like I
Yeah,
said,
he
he
is.
may very well be the most powerful Sith of all time.
Oh, that's interesting. Interesting.
Except for Ray.
Except for Ray.
That is a heresy. Ray doesn't exist. I will not allow these heretical
No.
beliefs.
She's the most powerful Sith. She becomes a Sith in the last movie.
Yeah, but
Spoiler.
she's not really a Jedi
No, fuck that
in
movie.
the end at all, right?
She's a Mary Sue. That's what she is.
She gives
A
into the dark side to win. So,
perfect Mary Sue. That's what she is.
according to all like 3 different canons, she has become evil, and the bad guys win.
Correct.
Oh, there
And
you
the
go.
end of the Skywalker saga was actually a Palpatine saga.
Yeah, no, boy, that's just dumb, man. That was dumb. A dumb move. Yeah.
And that's where it contradicted itself, because in the movie, like 3 different characters are like, "Don't be ashamed of who you are. Your name doesn't matter. Like, blood is just blood. It's not family." And then at the end, she's like, "Nah, I'm gonna give in and be evil."
There you go.
Dumb.
It is messed up, but you know the thing that they screwed up with from the very beginning was you already had, and I read it when I was a kid. That's how old it is, right? They already had episodes 7, 8, and 9 written.
Mhm.
It was already
Yep.
done, and it was cool. And that was the what's the blue skinned guy with the red eyes story?
Thrawn.
Thrawn,
General
yeah.
or Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, and
That
it
is
was-
the movie they should have fucking made.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude. And it's shocking to me because that was a great story. People love it, and it actually, in a way, brought Palpatine back into the fold of it because
Actually.
in the end, he actually was doing things for actual
Actually.
purpose. And I said actual many times, just for Bullet.
Yes, it
He
did.
actually did. Yeah.
One of the worst parts about Palpatine in the movies is he's just evil just to be evil. Like, that's his
Yeah.
role. He's supposed to be the devil. And that's fine for a movie if you're just going to do a movie series, but when you start expanding the lore, it doesn't make any sense. He has to have motivations. And you learn those motivations in what you're talking about. And they're actually very well done.
Can
Yeah, they
can
are
we
good.
talk about the best Star Wars superpower? Like, there's the Force, and God damn it, there's the Force. There's the Here's a problem with doing traditional ink. Sometimes you put your hand in the wet spot.
Dude, I've done that many
so-
times. And usually what I
And
do
he
is
doesn't
tell
even
her to
draw.
roll over because, it's better to
I
have
knew
her
it was
lying
coming.
it than me,
It was coming.
personally.
Knew that was
Always
coming.
have the girl in
Anyway,
the wet spot.
so-
Just remember that. It's always her fault.
Anyway, so Grand Admiral Thrawn brings the greatest superpower in Star Wars, and that is common sense.
Yes.
Like, he is the gentleman who kind of looks in, sees Darth Vader's management style, and goes, "Well, that's not very helpful."
Yeah.
And it's like someone explained it to me, like, "Hey, Admiral Thrawn, he shows up. They're like, 'We're so sorry. We let the rebels get away. They used this this trick. It was bad." And Thrawn's like, "Well, did you learn anything from it?" And they're like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Well, did you learn anything from it?" "Well, yeah, we learned not to do that or let them do that." And he's like, "Fantastic. You don't let it happen again. You're released."
Yeah, well, yeah. He was a
And
very
it's like,
smart guy.
what the hell?
Yeah, and the thing I loved about the those stories where, of course, they brought in a much bigger, interesting threat that kind of unified everybody at the very end of it. But I loved Luke's arc because they
Oh, with Mara
developed
Jade?
the hell out of Luke in those books more than in the first ones actually.
Yeah, Luke, Grandmaster Luke Skywalker is probably overall the best character in all of Star Wars.
Yeah,
But he doesn't exist now because Disney erased
yeah, it's
the
so
importance.
dumb.
Oh,
of
yeah.
And how did they? I don't get how Disney comes in and just throws away all of that. I mean, there's hundreds of books, right? I mean, there's so much stuff. How do they just throw that
Legacy.
all out? I don't
It's
get it.
all legacy.
Yeah. Because
Now
they're
it's all
stupid.
legacy. Yeah.
I think part of me thinks that part of the reason why this new trilogy was just so at most meh was because they didn't have control over it entirely, and now going forward they'll have full control. They wanted to kill the past, as Kylo says,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's why it was just kind of like, you know what, we're just gonna screw this up, and then we'll hype it up the next trilogy that we're gonna make.
So do you think if Lucas
It's too
didn't
late.
put in that stipulation where he gets a little cut off of every one of his characters showing up, if he didn't put that in and just took his 4 point whatever billion and just shut up, you think we might not have had this problem?
I absolutely,
Yeah.
100% I do. They wanted those characters gone. That's why they systematically killed each one of them off permanently and forever.
So it's all about greed. All right.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I'm done.
I also
No.
think, I think one of the reasons, like a great example, look at the Mandalorian. Everybody seems to like it. It's really good. That is original. That's not from Lucas.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go over and I'm going to see what Booster has done. I do
Yeah.
apologize.
We don't
Hide
have
the
to.
children, please. Hide the children.
Yeah. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, you are White Box, brother.
All right. Here is my Lego Star Wars Ezra Miller.
Jesus Christ. Why is his lightsaber bent and misshapen?
I'm not gonna lie, because I'm drunk.
You
and
do
I couldn't
realize
do
there
it
is a
straight
straight
lightsaber.
tool.
Even
right?
though there's a line tool here, I wanted to be a bit more authentic and draw the lines myself.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it didn't come as I
No,
Great
it
choice,
planned.
Booster. Looks
didn't.
much
Maybe
more
that-
organic.
Yeah.
Like that. Go patch
I want a
yourself.
really authentic, genuine Ezra Miller Lego Star Wars who looks like he wants to kill himself. That's what I wanted to create with my art today.
Oh, that's just wonderful, Booster. Just
Yeah,
Do you like
fantastic.
Chester? Do you like it?
Yeah,
Please
maybe.
tell me you're proud of me.
I am proud of you. I am most certainly proud of you. And
My
you just
dad
keep eating your
won't.
cheese. Oh no, here we go. All right.
Somebody's
if
been
you're
playing Final
listening-
Fantasy 10 again.
Right.
I'm out here
I'm alive,
waiting for you
Dad.
to. I'm on Facebook, Dad.
I think you broke him, Chester,
I am. I have.
just by giving him that compliment.
Was
you
your
like
dad
me
a
to,
tomato wearer?
Maybe if I sing a song for my dad, do you think he'll?
No. I think he would hate me forever.
No,
If I
dude,
sing a song,
come on. I want to hear it. Come on, let's hear it.
Oh, God. All right.
Daddy, I miss you.
Lord.
I may have been an accident, but please call me.
That's wonderful. You know, I was just thinking about what I might draw if I had the ability to draw. And I had this thought that the sexiest, coolest thing that I could ever do for Star Wars would be something like this. And I just want to share it with you guys all right now, if I may. There you go. There you go. That's what I think. The guys here
What?
drawing can't see it because I haven't shared
don't
it with
see
them.
it.
But that's all right. It's for you guys. It's for you guys. This right here is what Star Wars should be about.
Oh God.
Is that Emma Watson?
What are you doing?
She looks like she has
I'm not
tits
even gonna
here.
look.
It's weird.
She got a little bit of titty poking out, a flat ass, and she looks disappointed in you. That's what she really looked disappointed in you.
Got a very
Oh,
powerful
Dave,
lightsaber.
high space opera fantasy.
you know what?
get
I'm
this.
drunk enough. I'd shag her right about now.
Yeah, okay. Hermione Skywalker, very good. Barf.
I
Booster
don't
is your
hate that.
daddy simulator.
I don't hate that name, Hermione Skywalker. I do hate the idea of it, though.
Yeah. Well, oh well. Dylan says, have you guys ever seen old white people eat rare prime rib? Oh my God, I'm almost threw up all over my eggnog. Why, you Mexicans don't eat prime rib? I mean, come on.
I eat prime rib religiously when I can. Like, we go to a good steakhouse.
Uh-huh.
Is it Saturday? Did you unfold the rest of the cow? Give me that prime rib.
There you go. Now I have gone and I have typed in the most appropriate thing, a sexy Jedi. So it's not super sexy things, which is kind of sad. You would think Star Wars might have a bit of sexiness to it, but it doesn't. Here's one. I don't know who this
Nope.
is. Who is this? Who's this chick? Who's this chick?
You gotta look for sexy Sith.
Little
Just-
the 60 Sith is
Sexy.
better. 60 Sith is better. All right, let me go check it. I'm going to change my search
Sounds like you have a
parameters.
list.
Well, it's okay.
Jedi
I have
in the
it moderate.
streets, Sith
I have
in
it
the
on a
sheets.
moderate, so I'm not gonna no pornography. Let's see here. Ooh, stop. Hello. Yeah, that's kind of sexy. That's kind of nice. Ooh, that's good.
So you're
Ooh.
not sharing your screen with us.
Intentionally, yes, I
a
know.
sin.
I know. You guys keep you focus, do your job. This is for the chat. Let me
Damn.
see here. Hold on a second. Oh,
I told you.
this is much better. This is much better. What happened? The Jedi suck, dude. That's like a
That's right.
that's
Yeah.
like a Harley
It's
Quinn.
the superior philosophy. I'm telling you right now.
Oh goodness. Oh, I don't know about that one though. This is a person who tried to do lighting like Eric is doing and failed. That's a fail right there. Okay, I'm looking. Should I change the to should I shut my filter off? You think I should do it? What would happen?
Not with it on the stream. You shouldn't. No.
No, that's a great way to get banned.
Yeah, right. Oh
There you go.
look,
There's a Sith licking
it's
a
a
star.
jazz
saber.
All
band.
right, I'm about to do a PSA over here, right? Because I want to make something extremely clear for y'all.
All right,
Loser
fine.
has one O, okay? Loose has two O's. It's very fucking common misconception, okay? If you
Uh-huh.
want to say lose, that has one O. Loose has zero O's. Example, your mother is loose. Two O's.
Yikes.
There
That's
you
not
go.
0. That would be 2. Yeah.
You are.
Okay. I'm assuming someone misspelled something in the chat, and you've decided to take
Yeah.
this
Dylan
moment.
misspelled things. It upset me. I'm having a thing.
You are a thing. We
I'm
understand.
panicking. I'm opening another drink.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
You sound like
I-
John Oliver on helium.
Eric's
I-
killing.
That wasn't called for.
Well, he spelled it loser booster. I don't understand
He
your
spelled
problem.
it looser. I am not looser. My butthole is very tiny. I'll have you know.
God.
And this is the crux of the situation.
Yeah, that's
Well, Dilla did correct
That's where the
himself. He
line is
said
drawn.
Booster has a looser butthole. I get it.
I don't know if this is my 6th or 7th or 8th drink. I have lost count.
You have lost count. Well, that's not a good thing. You know that, right?
when
I disagree. This is a great thing. I'm having a good time.
Goodness.
right.
But yeah, now why are the Sith so much sexier than the Jedi? Why can't we have some sexy Jedi? I mean, honestly.
Well, there is. What's the? I don't know her name, but there's the one Twi'lek girl, the Jedi Master, who
Oh.
uses two lightsabers. Who's
Sakura something.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
there you go.
She doesn't even have a single line in any of the movies, but she's there.
Yeah,
To
there's
get
enough Rule 34 of that.
Yeah, Ahsoka is not sexy, but she's cute. She is cute.
Not
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, Sakura.
Yeah, I think
The
her
Twi'lek
name is
chick.
or something like that. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Her name is Ahsoka. I'm talking about
No, there's Ahsoka, and then there's Sakura.
Sakura. They took a Japanese name, really?
Yeah, Twi'lek has a Japanese name.
Huh. That's odd.
Yeah.
Let me check that. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Snopes that shit. And I don't mean like the movie way. I mean
it's
like
Secura.
Oh yeah, no, that's not
Okay, so they-
Sakura. That's Sakura. I see.
whatever.
Sorry. Yep.
No, it's,
Sexy-ish Twi'lek. Yeah. I there's a Lego
the blue
version of
woman?
her. Sweet.
The Jedi have to be modest, Chester. That's why they're modest.
yeah, but so do nuns. But that didn't stop me on a lonely, cold Saturday night. Now you
Star
know.
Wars.
Yeah, I want to point out. I want to step out of the stream for a second to talk
Uh-huh.
to the audience.
Uh-huh.
This is what Disney has done to Star Wars. We're doing a drawn and quartered challenge of Star Wars, and we just couldn't give a shit. Like Disney, you've just killed Star Wars for everyone. Like, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you
The
for
lightsabers are at half mast.
They
Yeah.
are. They most certainly are. That is true. Thank you for your PSA. Everyone has PSAs today. Well, Eric has just said screw it, and he's just doing color all the way. He's just full on coloring.
Yeah, it's red. It's red. It's a red glow.
Yeah. We said to now, but the lighting now is correct though. That is nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
good, much better.
Yeah.
Chester, if you want to see another very sexy Sith, look up Darth Talon. She's
Darth Tail.
Talon.
Yeah, Darth Taylor. Now we're talking.
Yeah. We're getting into some excellent
Tales of
territory.
Star Wars. Darth
Yeah.
Tail.
You know, interesting, in the Scandinavian countries, Talon, which you would think would be an actual male's name, is actually a female name, and Raven is actually male. Mm-mm.
Yep, I know that.
Let me see
I
here.
was
Oh
unaware
yes,
of that.
this one. I'm gonna shut this off. Let me see if I can find something. Oh, now that, wow, that is Booster. It's your
Ah,
fault.
what? What did I
There's
do?
some naughty things on the internet.
Where are they? Let me see so I can judge them for myself.
Now, this is shocking. All I did was just shut my filter off with Darth Talon.
Hmm?
That's it. There's no sexy in it. There's nothing like that. I just shut off the search, and
And now
everything
you're
is
screwed.
pornography. What the hell is
Oh,
wrong
all
with the
of it.
world?
Disgusting. Where is it so I can evaluate it
No,
vigorously?
I'm not. I'm moderating it.
Vigorously.
Vigorously moderating it.
Vigorously.
Yeah. But it's weird though, right? I mean, all I did was shut off a simple search for a character's name. The world we live in.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yep. Now she is. Now the Twi'leks is kind of interesting. They have made a Twi'leks. Now I remember when one of the first things I saw in the Twi'lek, they weren't done this way, but I can't remember the moment that Twi'leks became sexy, and they stayed that way.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
You think it's from then?
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
the slave dancing for Leia or for Jabba.
Yeah,
before
baby.
Leia was
That
Oh,
was-
released.
yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
that did things to my pee-pee.
I did it. Okay.
Yeah.
I like what Elrodimus is doing here. This is pretty cool.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm trying to make a lame-looking character look kind of cool. I don't know.
Jar Jar?
Did
No.
you just say Darth Brother was lame? Because I might actually have
Darth Jar Jar.
He's lame-looking. I don't like. I mean, he would catch on fire for one. That's why the Jedi's vanished.
There you go.
They all insisted on wearing long robes and capes, so they couldn't actually use their lightsabers without
Oh,
catching on
interesting.
fire and
You went with that
spontaneous
design.
combustion.
to take them off when they fight.
I would hope so, but those wizard sleeves are just as bad.
Well, actually, Qui-Gon
Um,
Jinn threw down his cloak when he got in a fight with Darth Maul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
all do.
still had the wizard sleeves.
Well, I mean, the Jedi are certainly, of course, the name is taken from the Jedi, which is a type of movie format over here in Japan, which is all those samurai movies, right? But that's where the word
Yeah.
Jedi comes from. But they're obviously
That's
supposed to
wild,
be
bro.
like a Sohei of type of thing, is what the Lucas was going for. You know, the monk, the warrior monk, right?
Yeah, that's what we fans wrote into it.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is what it is. And you know, the interesting thing that comes in my head as I'm thinking about that, and this is a question. It's kind of the proverbial question. When we see in A New Hope, it seems kind of clear to us that Lucas had no idea going forward what he was going to do with the story, but he says
He didn't.
it was
No, it
all
was a
planned
fluke.
out from the beginning. I call
That's
BS. What do you
That's
guys think?
total BS. If it was planned out, Luke never would have kissed Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because there's a thing called a ratings board in America, and they wouldn't have allowed that to happen.
sure.
Because
Yeah.
they inspect scripts, and they would have been like, yeah, this is incest, and you get a rated X.
That's right, and
No
that was
movie.
in the Empire as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was 1980. So that was like 78, 79. They would have already had to submit the script and been like, no, this isn't. If you want an X rating, you can make your movie.
But I mean,
All you have to do is turn the volume down. Then it's not incest anymore.
is that what it is? But
It's just regular porn.
but I'm actually talking about A New Hope when old Ben is talking to Luke and explaining a little bit of what had happened. It's quite clear that he wasn't his father. The whole thing he did with the prequels is not what Obi-Wan was talking about. I mean, it's
Oh my god,
very clear.
Obi-Wan's story was so cool. Obi-Wan was the original Han Solo in his story. Like he was rebellious and cool and, did his own thing, and that's why things happened bad, because he thought he was ready to train Vader. And then in the
Right.
prequels we learned like, no, they made him train Vader, and it's like, what?
What you forget, Chester, is the magic of the character lied. That's all.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that it? Yeah, it just I see.
The character
The
lied.
good guys are all evil in Star Wars now.
So what did Yoda mean
Thank
by
you.
there is another?
Well, the original interpretation of that was he was talking about Leia, but now there's people who are trying to retcon it where he's talking about Rey.
Well, that's
Kevin-
obviously not
course.
true
Or
because
Baby Yoda.
Rey was not even thought about.
Right.
She was a twinkle in her grandfather's eye at that point.
Yeah, but was he talking about Leia or was he talking about something else that they were thinking about doing?
Well,
Man,
we don't know.
Yoda's like 1 billion years old. I'm pretty sure he just had Alzheimer's, dude.
It could be. It could be. Yeah.
Just didn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He was talking about the food he was just eating earlier. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
That's why he talks so funny.
Well, you
Like
remember?
Luke is like, "What's going on, Master Yoda?" And Yoda's like, "There's another." And he just lets out a little fart.
Yeah.
And Luke's
probably
like,
true.
"I don't know if that was a premonition or just bad gas." And Yoda's just like, Yoda's just like, "Read into it what you will." He's
Yeah,
like, "All right,
yeah.
prophecy it is."
There
Luke
it is.
originally left
There it
because out of uncomfort. I
No.
can't
Yeah.
stand this little weird guy.
Yeah.
Now, well, yeah, I don't know if you guys all heard this, but several years ago, you had this guy named Filoni. He's kind of a weird
Oh.
fella, but he did a pretty good job with the Clone Wars.
Cowboy Filoni.
Yeah. He's kind of a weird fella, especially when you hear him speak. It's like, huh? Anyway,
Yeah.
he did a pretty good job with the animated series, I think. But he was talking about potentially doing the old Knights of the Old Republic. There was an interview where he was talking about it, and he was talking, oddly enough, about making it less than 1,000 years in the past and having Yoda as a Padawan.
No, there's more to it
Memory-
than that. Because I'm sorry, not to butt in, because I saw this interview, and basically what happened was they were trying to throw Revan in the Clone Wars. He was supposed to be like this ancient Sith ghost, and like Yoda goes in and he's like, "The hell's happening here?" And fucking Revan's like, "Man, we're all
I
Sith
thought you
and
meant-
evil."
Here, what is happening?
Yeah, what you said. But like, yeah, Revan was supposed to be in the Clone Wars, but for like copyright reasons or whatever that shit, they cut him out because they didn't want to confuse the children or whatever. And it's like,
Stupid.
okay, well, yeah, children, they don't play video games. What? But yeah, Revan was supposed to make an appearance in the Clone Wars
I see.
because he was this Sith. It was like, it wasn't just any Sith. It was, and here's some Knights of the Old Republic trivia for you. What other Sith lords were in those tombs?
The tombs on Korriban, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, because specifically, go ahead.
I can't remember. The basically the most powerful ones. I think Nagasato was in there.
Nagasadao, yeah.
Yeah. There was 2 other ones. I can't remember who they were though. It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah, there was Tulak Horde, there was Ragnaros or something like that.
Yeah.
They all made a appearance in the Clone Wars, and they were going to add Revan to that, but they never
Oh.
did. So, like, I could see him doing the Knights of the Old Republic, but he would need to like get away from every Disney exec and just whatever he says goes. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you want this?
Yeah.
Go. Here you go. Have at it. Tell the story.
I have a
I don't
question.
know if they'll let that happen after Ryan Johnson.
Maybe not. Yeah, that's a good point.
Because that's what they did with him.
well-
But that was because he was cheap. He'd done tiny little movies. And that's like all these blockbusters do. They find like the cheapest
Exactly.
directors they can.
Yeah.
And then they gave him like carte blanche to do anything. And who
Which
knows
was
if he even has
stupid.
seen a movie. He's just like, okay, I'll do it. Thanks for all the millions and millions.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely a very bad move on their part. But
Well, and the other thing, the new ones never made it past a soft pitch. Like, that's all they are. And they play out that way. There was never a script for any of them. It was all just like film a bunch of random cool stuff and we'll edit it together later. And it's like, ugh.
so you don't
It
think
shows.
the fact that he was an ultimate yes man for Kathleen Kennedy had nothing to do with his hiring?
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it, but it's all,
Yeah.
but it's also because he's super cheap. Because all he'd done is
Yeah.
like little tiny low budget movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I do like
And
Looper.
that's the Captain Marvel movie was the same way that everyone complains about. They hired these two people that made like a short film or something in college, and it's like, okay, give it to them. They won't question anything because if they question, they never work again.
Right. No.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fair
Because
point.
Ridley Scott, they approached him and he laughed at him because he's like, all right, pay me this many millions and I'll do your movie. And they're like, no.
Yeah. Which is
I was
dumb.
like, all right, well,
Why you
Experience
penny
costs
pinching?
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yet we know with this last one, because they're so desperate for it to be successful, they went out and did reshoot after reshoot after reshoot. Who knows how much
Mhm.
money they spent on this damn movie? We'll never know.
yeah.
They'll never tell us. But there's no way they're going to make money back.
Well,
Right?
all
Well,
of them,
we-
except, I mean, maybe Force Awakens
I'm
was
talking about
only
the
made
last
once.
one.
Yeah, but all of them have been made like 3 times at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every one during Disney has been shot, reshot, then reshot again. Then they hire new people to redo it completely.
Yeah.
Even the Ryan
even
Johnson one, everyone
Solo.
hates. It was done twice
Oh,
because
Solo
they
was
fired
awful.
the first director.
Yeah. Solo was a hot mess, dude. That was a really, really
Yeah.
bad movie. I mean, Ryan Johnson's movie was an actual movie. I mean, well, you might not like what he did with it, but that Han Solo thing was just horrible. But no, the question.
Well, yeah, they had 2 different directors.
Oh no, absolutely.
Didn't it feel like a bootleg, like a Star Wars ripoff from the 80s though?
It felt like it.
That's all I could think of watching it. I was like, this feels like one of those movies that will come out like after the original Star Wars that were just cashing in on it.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
what was that Red Brown movie?
Like it didn't even feel like
Space
it was.
Mutiny.
It didn't even feel
Battle
like it was.
Beyond the
It was
Stars,
like Space
Galaxy
Hunter.
Terror. James Cameron's first actual film.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
man.
felt like one of those because it didn't really feel connected. The music was weird. It was just like, yeah, this just feels like a low budget like ripoff.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it was, I don't even remember her name, but the movie should have been called whoever her name was, because it wasn't about Solo Han at all. And talk
Oh,
No,
about
it was
Game of
about
Thrones?
Emilia Clarke.
well, whatever her character's name is, because it was about her. It wasn't about Han at all. And
Turns
talk
out nobody
about,
cares.
we know that Chewie is with Han not only because they're friends, but because he owes Han a life debt, right? Because Han saved his life. And in the movie, what did they do? They totally threw that out because Han doesn't save his life. They
Yeah,
kind
but
of
that
save
was
each
never
other.
in any of the movies.
Well, no, but they deliberately took it and ignored what was, everyone knows to be true. But
Oh,
anyway,
we don't know that to be true. It wasn't in a movie.
all right, fine.
What are we talking
That's the fanfic. All we know to be true is that Han was Chewie's way to be a deadbeat dad and stay away from his family.
That's true. That is
Right.
true. There it is. There's the truth. Yeah, there it is.
And this is why in The Force
Finally some
Awakens,
truth.
when Kylo Ren took off his helmet, it should have been Lumpy. Because Lumpy's got a reason for revenge.
That's true. I do have a question, though. I do have a question. Now, when did the prequels come out? When did the first whatever that movie was called with Qui-Gon Jinn? When did that come out?
The
99.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, but the Phantom Menace, that one. When did that come out, though?
Pretty sure it was
99.
99. And of course, Knights of the Old Republic first came out when 2002, 2004, something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So here's my question. Now, it wasn't until the third movie, which was, or maybe they mentioned the second movie, but third movie was the Revenge of the Sith or something like that. In that movie, we know that Qui-Gon Jinn had found a new force power, and he had learned to make himself into a force ghost, and he was teaching it to Yoda, right? Right.
Yep.
Sure.
So this is the first we've heard about ghosts, force ghosts. So why are we seeing more and more references to force ghosts from before that?
It's real simple.
Like
Actually,
what?
a lot of force abilities have been lost to the centuries. At
All
some
right,
point
I'll take that.
during the timeline of Star Wars, there was basically like a dark age,
Uh-huh.
and they lost technology, they lost force abilities, they lost all sorts of things.
I see.
That's why this technology, like in the Old Republic, isn't really lesser or much lesser from modern quote unquote.
Oh, so that's why they still have dial-up. Okay.
Yeah,
There you
pretty
go.
much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
So
sorry
a
about
lot
that,
of
guys.
a lot of the like the information was stored in holocrons and stuff, and they discovered it later. The Jedi archives were basically completely destroyed by Order 66. So everything after that is really just them piecing it back together from memory.
yeah, see, that's why I brought Thunder on today. He knows his stuff. Do keep in mind, artist and everybody else, we have ourselves about 40 minutes, a little less than 40 minutes left for the drawing. We're showing White Boxing Sheldon right now. He's got a really cool piece. I hope he gets this dialed in 100% by that time. Also, keep in mind, we do
Cool.
hope that you guys will go in and vote at the end. Of course, we're putting a straw poll up at the end of today. And we will be sending someone over to the Pro Edition next week. But also, and maybe even more importantly, we really hope you're drawing along with us. I mean, Star Wars is a lot of fun, and it's so easy to talk about because we all know it so well. And I hope you're doing some kind of rendition of Star Wars, and just go over to Twitter and put that into hashtag DNQFE, hashtag DNQFE. That would be
Oh, we
awesome.
have 2 entries so far. It's awesome. I'd love to see more.
Oh, yeah,
If
no,
you could,
definitely.
but we tend to every time I'm bloody panicking about the hashtag the NQFE. By the end we get like 10 of the bloody thing, so it's always awesome, baby.
It is, it is.
Also, I have excellent news, Chester.
Uh-huh.
My harassment for Pixel Trader has worked. He has DM'd me. He loves the idea of doing a Final Fantasy drawn and quartered fan edition. So we're all good, baby.
We're all good, baby. And just keep in
But
mind, if you harass Pixel Trader, he'll do exactly what you want.
you
Sweet.
get results
You get
because
results.
bullying works. That is the moral of the day.
It is. It is.
And Final Fantasy VI is the best one.
Oh, Jesus. We're back on
Just so
this.
you all know.
Yeah.
And just like that.
Just like that.
Yes, storyteller. She says over here in the chat. Then having Yoda destroy. I'm assuming destroy all of the Jedi knowledge was so much BS. Correct. The whole entire premise of the Last Jedi and the tree and all that really, really stupid. There is absolutely no way Yoda would ever do that. What about the
You know
things?
what else that makes stupid is
Yoda-
it makes ghosts real people. So
Yeah.
why would Luke have had to go to the Death Star alone if
Hmm.
Ben and Yoda could have gone and beat Vader and the Emperor?
Oh yeah,
Fair point.
and
Yeah.
suddenly Yoda can speak normally for some. That's just apparently when you become one with the Force, it fixes your.
It
Speech
fixes
problem.
your list.
Speech impediment. Yeah.
But yeah, there was so many things in that movie that just disregarded Star Wars altogether. Almost
Yep.
to the point you would think that the person who created it, maybe he didn't even know what Star Wars was.
Just like the prequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we have the original 3. We got Rogue One, which I do like, and we have all those great books and all those games and stuff. Speaking of Star Wars games, because there are a lot of really good ones, and then recently we've had some real crap too. But there was a game. You guys got to help me out with it. There was a Star Wars game where I was flying around in a. I think I was in a TIE fighter.
Yeah. Star Wars TIE Fighter.
Is that what it's called?
Rogue Squadron?
No,
Yeah,
TIE Fighter.
Rogue Squadron, you have TIE. Well, Rogue Squadron, yeah, you could do TIE Fighters in that too. But he's probably talking about TIE Fighter. Yeah, it was just an old computer game where you flew around in a TIE Fighter and did little did dogfighting and stuff.
It was
actually
fun,
really well done.
Yeah,
It was
I
some of
liked
the
it.
best dogfighting ever made. Even it was like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was really good. I remember that one. I remember another one. I think it was called Galaxies, which was a bit MMO-ish.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the biggest.
That was cool. What is your favorite Star Wars game? I mean, there's so many.
Me,
Lego Star Wars.
They're
Yeah?
actually pretty
They're
good.
pretty good,
Star Wars
actually. Yeah.
My favorite one is KOTOR, the first KOTOR.
Yeah.
Um,
It was great.
my favorite of like set in the modern time where most of the movies or all the movies are set is probably the new Fallen Order game. I think it's fantastic. It's a completely different take on a Star Wars game. I mean, obviously there's lightsabers and force and stuff, but it plays more like Prince of Persia. And it was
Yeah.
so much fun. It felt like I was playing Prince of Persia actually to play that game. So it's really good.
I'm gonna go back to Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
You know what?
Really enjoyed it.
Dillard's right.
Dash Rindar for the
Too.
win.
Yes, too. He's right. That game, I played that game probably 300 hours. Because me and my buddies would just play that game against each other constantly.
You
Battlefront.
get to fly TIE fighters in that too, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
Yeah, because you could steal them and fly them away or whatever.
Well, I played the first. Battlefield Star Wars, and it was very disappointing. So I didn't really get the second one.
Well, this is they remade those. The Battlefront games originally came out in like the PS2 era. There was 1 and 2, and the second one was really good. And then they just stopped making them for whatever reason. And they came out with the new ones, and they were kind of meh, comparatively, especially compared to those old ones. Those old ones were great.
I'm partial to the original arcade Death Star run.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Oh
classic.
yeah.
that was cool, dude. Yeah. Now I'm actually I don't know what I'm doing here. Let me go to the other side and do it. I'm so stupid. But I do apologize. Now I went and checked it out here, and the what was it called? Shadow of the Empire.
Mhm.
Shadows of the Empire for N64,
Shadow. Oh, that's why. Shadows of
starring
the Empire.
Prince Exor.
They should have made a movie out of, but no, we don't get.
He's still canon because of George Lucas insisting on putting all that extra stuff in the special editions, and they kept those alive. So
It's true.
Shadow
In
of the Empire is
fact,
still canon.
Shadows of the Empires was originally George Lucas going, is there any interest for Star Wars still?
Yeah.
And basically the consumer base going, yes,
Can you
absolutely.
imagine being that out of touch with just the reality of the world you live in? Do people want more of these movies? No, George. No, they don't. They're just buying billions of dollars worth of toys every year. They don't want more of those, though.
Not anymore. They're
Like,
not.
why do you keep writing me?
Yeah,
level?
not anymore.
Now, is this the game, Shadows of the Empire? Is this the game where I get to go and do like in like Tatooine and other locations you could travel to, and you could do like kind of like pod racing?
Uh-uh.
No, was
No,
was
not
that
I
in
know.
was that
You're
in
thinking of,
KOTOR?
Yeah, that was KOTOR.
Oh, okay, okay. What other video games you guys like?
Oh, what do we got? I actually am one of the few people who owned and well, probably not the few people, but one of the people who actually really enjoyed the old Super Nintendo Star Wars games. I thought they were great.
Oh, so you're the one.
Yeah, I'm the
You've
one.
won. Yeah, yeah. Here's this TIE Fighter game I was talking about. That was a lot of fun, actually. It worked well. It was well done.
Anyone remember Dark Forces?
Was that
yeah.
the first person shooter one?
Yep.
Yeah, I
And
remember
then
that
it
one. I played that
turned
one a
into
lot.
Jedi Academy eventually.
Yes.
Now there's a game I'd like to see more of. But Disney will never go back to it. But I thought it was really cool to be like, oh, you're this guy who is force sensitive, but he has a gun. He doesn't do things the Jedi way.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yep.
It's a shame we will never get more Kyle Katarn. He was a fantastic character.
Hey, I do remember this Jedi Academy. This was actually was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, actually, they've modded it to all hell and back, but there's people who still play it online.
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
I remember this right here. Yeah, because I'm a PC guy, so.
Oh yeah.
What was the
PC.
You know who
fighting
else
game?
is a PC guy? Confirmed. Henry Cavill. Oh my god, he's so sexy. Oh, can I talk about Henry? Can I talk to y'all about my Lord and Savior Henry Cavill for a little while? Okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, because like when he was just asked the question in a recent interview about whether or not he likes PS4 or Xbox, he said PC, and I'm like, oh my goodness, he's one of us. Not to mention
Yeah.
that he allegedly almost lost a role as Superman in Man of Steel because he was too busy raiding on World of Warcraft. I think Henry Cavill is one of us.
Yeah, and he's very
No, for
careful
sure
what
he's
he
one.
says too. Yeah.
He's the real deal, and he's ridiculously handsome. It's unfair.
Okay, but
Don't
thank
judge
you,
me,
Booster.
Chester. You're pissing me off.
It's
Okay,
unfair.
the Star Wars Force Unleashed. I never played that.
That game's okay.
They're fun, but they're ridiculous. Like the amount of power that he has, the main character has in those games, especially the second one, is just
Ray levels of stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Oh,
stupid.
is he the one that pulls the Death Stars out of the sky and all that stuff?
I
The
think
Star
it's
Destroyers.
technically
Yeah.
Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
How about Jedi Outcast? You guys ever play that?
That was the Kyle Katarn we were just talking about.
Oh, well,
Yep.
I see. I didn't
He
play
had,
that.
he had
one.
a series.
Originally, yeah, it was originally Dark Forces.
Yes.
I like the Street Fighter game. What was that? It was like
Oh,
Star
Masters
Wars,
of
Masters
yeah.
of Kajarba Darpa Darpik Duck.
Yeah, some
Correct.
weird planet or something. Republican.
Yeah, it had a terrible name that no one could say, so it didn't do very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did begin with a K, I think, or something like that. It was goofy. It was fun to play, though.
Yeah, it was like the funnest.
The fun.
I heard it was buggy as hell.
Yeah. I tried to play it again, and it was like, oh dear God, the controllers are so slow, and nothing happened.
Now, Chester,
Yeah.
you played KOTOR 2 twice? You went through it twice, is that what you
I'm
said?
pretty sure that's the one I did twice. It was either that one or the first one.
Mod that restores all of the cut content.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was
Because-
a bunch of cut shit from
Like 10
The
extra
second one.
hours.
Oh,
That was good.
oh, really? No, I didn't do it like that. I had the games downloaded on the computer, and then I bought a new computer, and I always just kind of put the type of software I want back on, and it was like a year or three later, and I just downloaded it again and played it again. So I was starting from fresh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If you ever get the bug up your butt, find that mod. It's still out there. I've played it, and I think it's even on Steam. Actually, I think they've put it on Steam now.
good old games is where you want to go.
Yeah, and it fills in a lot of the holes because that game just kind of ends.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's just done. Like we're done now, and you don't really know what's going on unless you really really get deep in the conversations with Kreia. You really don't know what's going on. And
Yeah.
that kind of fills that in, so you don't have to be quite as autistic about making sure you
Yeah.
talk every last single line repeatedly and stuff like that.
Although
Yeah, that's what would have made Rey a lot better of a character is if she had a Kreia to kind of go back and forth with.
Or if
Yeah.
she had a purpose other than woman Star Wars character.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
She just didn't have a purpose. But I think I found the best Star Wars game ever made. Just Dance Star Wars.
It
Well, yeah, obviously.
was bound to happen.
Yeah, that just makes sense.
It
It's
just
easily the
makes
best game of all
sense.
time, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Just makes sense.
Yeah, well, what about Empire Strikes Back for the Atari 2600?
I was about to say that's the first one I ever played.
Well, dude, there are so many Star Wars games.
What
It's
was the song, Do the
ridiculous.
Solo or something?
There was a time, Chester, when LucasArts was putting out games sometimes 3 to 4 a year. And
Hmm.
ever since Disney bought them, they just shut all that down completely. It's
Yeah, unfortunately.
so
No,
Well, EA owns the
Lucas
rights. so-
games have been shut down for forever.
the Lucas, but whoever was making them, LucasArts or whoever, I think it was EA for a long time. They had the rights to make games, and they were pumping out all kinds of it. A lot of it was garbage, just like junk, like movie tie-in games. But occasionally, you'd get some real gems in there, like KOTOR or some of the like Battlefront games and stuff like that.
Now, this right here, which I'm showing to the folks, let me blow it up here and see if we can't get a little bit better. That's not much. But I remember this scene in a game where I got to play the Rancor and I killed a bunch of troopers. What game was this? I remember, though, very clearly playing you got to play as the Rancor for like a mini game inside the game or something like that.
Oh man, I've never even heard of that.
I don't know what game that is, but I know another great game, if you like strategy games, is Empire at War. It's
Empire
Oh.
War,
fantastic.
yeah. That's a really cool game. And actually, I just saw a thing on a remastering of that recently.
Yes.
A fan remastering, yeah.
This is why my heart broke when he sold it to Disney. I would have been happy if he sold it just about anybody else, but when he sold it to Disney, I knew exactly what they were going to do.
Yeah. But just look at this load of content that's been making money for decades and decades, and Disney comes in and literally shits on it and kills the
Kills it
marketing.
in 5 years.
How, my God,
It's
dude.
been alive for decades, generations.
Yeah.
And guess what? Only took 6 years
Yeah.
to absolutely destroy it.
They oversaturated it so bad.
With only
It's the same thing that killed Star Trek.
with only 6 like full canon films, it was the biggest and most successful movie franchise, even outside of just cinemas of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not
it
even
is
close, actually. And now Disney's completely ruined it. They've threw it all away.
They did. And
Threw it all
this
away.
Star Wars Empire at War, I'm showing up here right now. Actually, it was a really good game. It's very similar if you've ever played Sins of a Solar Empire, which is another
Oh, boy.
great game. You guys
I
are-
just don't have a week to play it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Forever.
It does, but I love that game.
I agree with Model here. He said what Kathleen Kennedy did to Star Wars was done out of spite. There's no way this wasn't intentional. I said that earlier. Actually, it had to be.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe Disney's that incompetent.
Yeah.
So
What
what they
about
did,
Lucas?
Lucas was definitely intentional. His ego was hurt because people hated the prequels.
I think what he did was intentional because he wanted to kill his own creation.
Probably.
Maybe.
Well, he succeeded.
Because the prequels are god awful and just as bad as the new ones, if not worse.
Look what I have on
in a
screen
lot
right
of
now,
ways.
dude. Look at this. Look at this. Look at
Look at that.
that. That
You don't
is
have
video game
screen
is
share.
insane, dude. That is Star Wars. And what do we have now? What do we have now? We got what? 2 games running right now? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We've got cosplay. We've got things that look like Star Wars and
Yeah.
just mine
Yeah.
the stuff that people knows. And it's just like Star Trek has become. It's just like, hey, what do people remember? Let's do that.
Here's a Picard series.
Yeah. People like him. He's all over the internet. He collects dogs. He rescues
Look,
children.
he's face planting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullet is
Fucking-
blaming Booster for following it up, just like his bedroom.
What?
Uh-huh. Mhm.
My bedroom's tidy. I keep my bedroom tidy, you piece of shit.
Do you? There's no like Vaseline stains
My-
all over the place?
There are no stains anywhere. I keep my room in an organized mess. Would you like to know about it?
Yeah,
This
go ahead.
corner is where the recycling goes. This bag is where the rubbish goes.
Uh-huh.
It was just like,
And-
that's my room. That's where I keep the chicken.
That's the corner where my clothes go. All right,
Uh-huh.
it's all where it needs to be. I have what I call this organized chaos.
We get you.
I can clean this up in 2 minutes, Dad. I just don't need to.
Oh, okay. Thank you. The Holocomic says, did 1313 stay canceled? Unfortunately, because that sounded like
Yes.
that was going to be fun, dude.
Yeah, they made the Mandalorian.
Yeah, basically that's what
Yeah.
happened. It just became the Mandalorian. The only good thing I can say, and I'm not going to patronize Disney yet, probably ever again in my entire life. The only good thing I can say is there is a chance that the Old Republic won't be terrible, just because the Mandalorian is great. It really is. It's the
Yeah.
best Disney, it's the best Star Wars content we've got
Would-
in 2 decades.
What do you think they're going to tap Favreau to take it over from Kennedy?
I hope so. If they have a brain left in their damn head, they will, and just let him be like Feige was, and just run it and
Yeah.
let him go crazy.
Yeah. Well, thank you
I
very
would
much,
rather
Star
just
Storyteller. The
Filoni
rank card
take
game
over.
is Star Wars Kinetic Xbox. Thank you. Go ahead, dude.
Huh. Oh, I was just saying, just have Filoni do it. Like, because he's helping to write The Mandalorian. Just
Yep.
give him the fucking, the thing.
Let him tag team it. I think Favreau is a fantastic director.
Yeah.
He's really good at and in cinematography and stuff. That's one of the reasons Mandalorian's so great. It looks beautiful. So let them do it together. Just let them tag team it. Just give them the reins. Stop with your bullshit. Put Kathleen Kennedy in an office somewhere so she can blow all the executives like she's been doing her whole life, and just make good. You're probably never going to bring back the fans and break $2 billion again, but you can at least make some money on this thing. There's still money to there.
Yeah, well, there you go. Adrian says Disney has always sucked at creating video games. That's true. That's why they outsource it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
See Square
Kingdom
Enix.
Hearts is awesome.
Square Enix there, buddy.
Square Enix made that. Yeah.
I love Kingdom Hearts, man. Like, I
Why
get
are
to
we
be
talking?
Sora, I get
How
to
did you
hit-
get
hit
into
Baram.
Kingdom Hearts? No one
Because
even mentioned it.
Kingdom Hearts is Disney, and I get to like play as Sora, who's a good little fella. You get to smack the Heartless with a big old Keyblade and Ernie Fang. You know, it's just wholesome, man. I get to learn about the power of the heart and friendship and all of that shit. To travel to Disney
just
World
watch
and bash
G.I.
the
Joe.
Heartless, and
Alright.
no, G.I. Joe's lame. Kingdom Hearts is forever.
Now you talk about fighting words.
Oh boy.
I'll fight you.
All right.
You don't want to
Kingdom
do
Hearts
that.
is way better
Like,
than G.I. Joe,
Island.
man. There's not even a competition. I love my Kingdom Hearts, man. It's so cool.
Kingdom Hearts is literally the gayest video game series of all time. Darth Nihilus.
Well, yeah, but I still like it.
It's amazing. Darth Nihilus, I'm going to give a little backstory for anybody who doesn't know about Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus is probably the most powerful Sith to ever exist, in canon anyway. He had the power to literally kill entire planets with just the Force. He didn't need a super weapon. He could literally devour the life force of entire planets by himself. This power, of course, had a huge cost, and that cost was he was basically a vampire and constantly craving more and more Force energy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was a vampire. Yeah.
He had lost his physical body to his hunger. It literally ate him, and literally what you see Eric has drawn here, that's Darth Nihilus. The clothes, the mask, all of it. He had bound his soul to it with the Force because it was the only way to keep consuming, because he had eaten himself, basically. So he's extraordinarily powerful. When you confront him in KOTOR 2, he literally just, without any effort, makes you kneel before him. And the only reason you can beat him is Deus Ex Machina nonsense. But you fight him and beat him. He doesn't die because he's effectively immortal because of the way he bound himself to his armor. But he's unbelievably powerful. He puts even Sidious to shame, except for EU Sidious, but Sidious in the movies to shame. Yeah, he's a fantastic character from top to bottom, and I don't think he ever actually says a single word in any of the game.
Nope, not a single word.
Terrifying.
Oh, well. Well, except for the whiteout. It's done.
Well, it looks good, dude. And I don't know why, but El Rodimus has moved on to doing Golden Axe.
No, I'm doing KOTOR, the barbarian.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Humor.
Humor.
I thought you were gonna make Claudio a Jedi.
Oh.
You know, to be honest, if I'm being honest, boys, if we do a Final Fantasy stream, I want to see some Kingdom Hearts characters in there. I want to see Sora because I think Sora is the most.
You'll
awesome
never
character.
get it from me.
Why was Kingdom Hearts crossover
Sora,
with Final Fantasy?
I love na 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 na. Simple and clean is the way that I'm making it feel tonight.
There he goes.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's out.
Listen to me. You have a chance to get to watch people live in front of you draw the greatest villain in video game history, and you want Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, I want Kingdom Hearts.
Who's the greatest villain in video game history?
Sephiroth.
No. Kefka.
Yeah, I know.
The right
It's
answer is
Kefka.
Kefka.
Did you know you could fight Kefka in Final Fantasy
in
14?
front of me, if you bring up Final Fantasy 7, I'm gonna freak out.
No, you could fight Kefka in Final Fantasy 14. That shit is awesome.
I saw that. That's pretty cool.
How do you spell it?
Kefka.
Kefka.
Kefka, the greatest Final Fantasy villain of all time, and
He's
Dancing
basically
Mad.
the Joker on steroids.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's who?
Joker with the powers of God.
He looks like a homosexual.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but he's
Well, that's
my
how
favorite
Amano draws
homosexual.
everybody.
That's part of his character.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of the thing.
Dancing Mad is
See,
the
it's why I
greatest
didn't
meme of
like
all time,
Final
dude.
Fantasy. It looks
Is
awful,
that
dude.
Ezra?
It's awful.
You look
dude.
awful, Chester. I've seen your face.
Yes, and that's a lie. Dude, it's a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, this sucks.
No!
It
I'm
sucks.
telling you,
You're a girl.
Chester, if you saw Kefka in action in that game, you would love him because he is great. He seriously is. He's a fantastic villain. He's
Yes.
ridiculous, over the top, campy awesomeness.
It's a
And
Japanese ripoff of the Joker, dude.
he gets to win. He's a bad guy who wins, who completely wins. You have to come back and finish him off later, but he still won. He still got what he wanted.
He won. He became God.
100%.
Okay. It just really feels like
Whoa.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. That's another extremely gayed up Japanese anime.
I don't understand
The
it
language
myself.
is getting rough in the chat.
Because they
Yeah,
agree
it's
with
getting a
me.
bit violent. I blame me because I allowed those
Adrian
comments.
T 2099 agrees with you.
You triggered Adrian hard.
Adrian is pissed, dude.
I personally allowed that comment because I agreed.
Oh, no, it's okay, John. No problem. This is a definitely not for kids show. No problem at all. But okay, Adrian. I'm getting a lot of love over here. Yeah. It does, Howl Comics. Alan's right. It looks like Harley Quinn cosplay. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Oh,
Telling you, great character. I know
Kefka
he's
is the greatest villain of all time.
Joker, but he's really not. He's a great character.
Final Fantasy VI is for high-class Final Fantasy fans. It's like
Very
it's like
high-
the blue cheese and crackers of Final Fantasy, which I am currently eating.
Yeah. Adrian just wants you to know, Booster, that Kingdom Hearts was Square Enix, not Disney. Disney just let them use their characters and collected money.
Well, yeah, but I think Kingdom Hearts is kind of cool.
I know you do. I know you do. Eagle3 says Rogue Squadron, worst Star Wars game ever. X-Wing Alliance. Okay. But that's funny, dude. I triggered the hell out of Adrian.
You shook up a jar with bumblebees in it.
I did, dude. He says everyone thinks Kafka is a fool, but that's part of what makes him a good villain.
It's true. It's true. He's the only really Final Fantasy character that you see kind of build up from a just a complete idiot to a godly character throughout the end. He's an awesome character. And you fight him several times. The first time you ever fight him, you hit him once and he runs away. And then later on, he's the final boss, and he's quite literally a god. He's all powerful. It's really incredible transition.
Which one is he in?
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Objectively, the best one.
until
Final
7.
Fantasy, 7 fans can get out of my hangout and my live stream. You can you can go to your to another place where you can talk about how good 7 is and your
You
and
don't
your
like Cloud?
materials and
You
your
don't like
clouds
Tifa
with
and
Didn't
the
have the
Big
right
Bitty?
story.
and the terrible 3D polygons. But when you feel like growing up, we can talk about how good 6 is.
Isn't
Okay.
Cloud like a transgender or something? I swear I seen something about that.
Well, they're all gay. Yeah. By the way, this is what a Kafka looks like.
Not gay.
That's a Kafka. You see? Understand? Jewish
Kefka,
writer.
and he's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's not a tranny. He just kind of looks like one.
He looks like Ezra.
He does.
Does look like
Well, they all do, dude. It's all nonsense. All of it. Adrian, continuing his comments, everybody thinks he is incompetent and underestimates him. So when he turns on his emperor and becomes a god, it throws everyone off. I would have seen it coming a mile away. I guarantee it. Would have seen it.
Joshua,
He
can I give
he
you
literally
advice?
kicks him off a flying island.
Wow.
I know who
Awesome
you're
game.
talking, and she'd be better if she had a little arrogant smirk on her face.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's arrogant. That's who she is. She's very arrogant.
No one wanted
Loving
to make my my Kafka joke. No one got the Kafka joke. No one. No.
It went over
Oh,
my
I
head.
got it, but your Kafka joke sucked.
Oh, we're not talking about Kafka, the writer? What are we
That's
talking
what
about?
I was making a joke of, and no one laughed, no one commented. They didn't
Oh,
get it.
Ron got
Not a lot
excited
of it.
there.
Yeah, because it sucked. If it was a good joke, Chester, people would have laughed.
Maybe
it's
you're
too high
just
class
not
for us.
enlightened enough, brother.
Chester was assuming people have read books.
Maybe you smell.
Maybe, maybe it's possible.
I read a book once and I didn't care for it.
You didn't,
He
did
took
you?
the piss out of it.
Well, Spot
good.
can't run is kind of thing. Come on.
Hey, Mets, I like how the piece turned out, dude. It's nice looking.
Dude, am I still supposed to
Thanks.
do a straw poll?
You are supposed to
Yes,
do a straw poll, and you need to get on it because we got 10 minutes left. But I am
Oh,
curious.
shit.
Have we ever seen a yellow lightsaber before?
Yes, spoilers.
Luke Skywalker.
My Bespin Luke
Oh.
had a yellow lightsaber.
Yes, he did.
The toy.
In original Luke, karate shirt,
Yep.
Luke had a yellow that popped out of his cybernetic arm.
Oh, ooh, interesting.
That would be badass.
That would have been cool. Why didn't they do that,
Learning
dude?
things
I
here.
would have put that in one of the movies just as like a joke towards the toys. Have a Jedi with a extending lightsaber from their arm.
Yeah, why not?
Well, how can you throw it?
So I'm
He
assuming
could shoot it like a missile.
he could, and they control it with his mind.
Yep.
So what you're telling me is Rey ends up the movie at the end with a double-ended yellow lightsaber.
Hey yo.
I don't know.
What?
It could be double. It might be just single. They don't really show it.
I see. Yeah, okay. Spoilers, if anybody cares. Goodness gracious.
That's right before
That's
she says her
actually-
last name is Jones.
That's actually Bastila's color. It's
Yes. Yeah,
Yellow.
Bastila uses yellow lightsaber. Yep.
So you learn
Bastila-
something new every day. What color have they not used for the lightsaber?
At this point, I don't think there is one. I mean,
Turquoise.
No.
pumpernickel.
Orange.
Fuchsia.
No,
Nope,
orange
there's
is in it.
Cyan.
I believe Darth Vader in the cave, his is orange. In
Crimson.
That could have just been
which is
bad
obviously
film
an allusion
stock.
to-
Hot.
Uh,
Red. Black. White.
Oh, I haven't seen a
It's
black
red.
lightsaber.
canon,
white's
I
been
think
used.
Black lightsaber is Mandalorian.
It is the Mandalorian
Oh.
thing. Yeah, it's pretty badass actually.
Does it do like the black light effect?
No, it's like a void of light.
Yeah, it's a very
Oh.
powerful sword actually. It's like an artifact type of thing. That's interesting. I don't know if I've seen white. Have we seen white?
Yes.
The very first lightsaber we ever see light up is white. Is actually white.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, now I know my kids were watching this thing called Rebel.
Rebels.
Yeah,
Rebels.
Star Wars Rebels.
And it started out pretty cool, and then it got really bad really quickly. I don't know what happened, but it started out pretty cool, and I remember that Ahsoka was fighting Darth Vader,
That's a pretty good scene.
and why? No, it wasn't that. It was somebody, maybe the boy or the older Jedi. They were going to some temple where Ghost Yoda is talking to them, and they had to fight like this trainer taskmaster type character, and he had a double-ended lightsaber, and those were white, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, the original Guardians of the Jedi temples.
Yeah, those
no,
guys. Yeah.
there is a scene.
No, theirs
in
is
that-
yellow, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was
Was
white.
it yellow?
Yeah, I think theirs are yellow.
Anyway, in that same series, Chester,
No.
they have Darth Maul versus Darth Vader, and Darth Vader whoops his candy ass. It's pretty awesome.
Oh well,
It's not
as
hard
you
to beat a
should.
dead guy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Vader.
You're only half the man you used to be.
I think in the new
Exactly.
game, Fallen Order, you get. I want to say there's 7 colors. You can change it to, with red not being one because you're not a Sith, but red is obviously canon. So you have green, yellow, purple, blue, cyan. What was the other one?
Burnt
Indigo.
sienna.
Yeah, Persona. Indigo and Orange you could get as a DLC or something, but I don't know if that's technically considered canon because it was a DLC. And
The
Magenta.
dude with the fucked up face in the Phantom Menace, the
Lil
orange.
Coon?
Yeah, he's got an orange one, right?
What's
That's
wrong
what
with
I
your
thought
face?
too. But everything I've looked up recently, it's been blue. So I think it's one of those. What's that effect?
Revisionist history.
Only Mace Windu had a different colored one because the actor wanted it.
Yeah, he wanted his own special color.
I want purple.
Yeah, I thought
So-
Plo Koon was cool looking.
See the one with the gas mask and the tentacle things?
Yes, gas mask with two little pointies coming out of it.
So he's not Kit Fisto.
No, not Kid
Ooh,
Fisto.
Kid Fisto.
The
Kid
greatest
Fisto was
character
like
ever.
a tentacle
That's a
and a
cool
big-eyed dude.
character, yeah.
Fisto. The
Crypto
greatest name in
Comics
Star
says
Wars history.
Chester is sounding very sexy tonight. Well, thank you very much, sir. And Booster is scrumptious. He's drinking.
Scrumptious. Did you hear that?
He's drinking.
Scrumptious. That is such a white person word, don't you think? Scrumptious.
Like, oh
No,
my God, that's
I
just
actually don't think.
scrumptious.
Actually,
You don't think that at all? You don't think when white people are eating a girl out, they go scrumptious?
my
no,
God.
definitely no.
Never crossed my mind.
Never crossed my mind.
Not
I agree.
once.
Scrumptious.
And besides, if Booster, this shows your inexperience quite a bit. If you're doing it properly,
Oh, yes.
she can't hear shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to
Other
hear
than-
me say it. I just gotta refer to it as scrumptious.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Oh,
I guess
Joe
it is a
Narone
Wonka.
says it's a Wonka word, scrum-diddly-umptious. Now that's white people talk.
Oompa, oompa, oompity.
Doopity-doo.
Great movie.
Oh my
What do you
goodness.
guys think between the original Willy Wonka and the second one with Johnny
Oh,
Depp?
we don't
Original
talk about the
one.
remake. We don't
Original.
talk about
There wasn't a second one. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
we don't
It's-
talk about that weird Michael Jackson remake. Yeesh.
Oh God. Now
with
the
Helen
original
Clark.
is
If you-
way better. It is way better.
If-
But the Johnny
if
Depp
you
one has
were
a
a New
little value
Zealander-
to it. It's not that bad,
If
guys.
you were a New Zealander, you know who Helen Clark is. Us New Zealanders say that Johnny
Here we
Depp
go.
in the remake looks like the strange combination of Michael Jackson and Helen Clark. Google it if you like.
We don't need to.
By
do
the
that.
way, how
You'll
much
know what I'm
time do
talking
we
about.
have left?
You have 3 minutes.
3
Okay.
minutes.
And do keep in mind, guys, we're going to be doing as normal today, even though we have a short crew and it's holiday. We get it. It's one of those things. But we are doing next week. We are doing the Warhammer 40K, which
Yeah,
should be
girl.
very interesting.
I
But
shall return.
yeah, no, it's gonna be fun actually. I hope I see some Warhammer Fantasy in there just for laughs as well. But
Yeah,
nevertheless,
we'll make it green.
make it green. But definitely come check that out and check out the other things we're doing. Do keep in mind that tomorrow we are off. We will be back for Fan Speak. No TFT this week, however. I'm too busy to do the research, but we will be back with that in the new year. Yeah, go ahead, Booster.
Sashi is creeping on my DM. She says, Booster, you need to say it like this. I'm so ugly or I'm so fat, etc.
Huh?
She's looking fantastic in that beach bikini. You
Oh, yeah.
respond with that.
Well, don't I know? Yes.
Wait, so
Why don't you
for
get her on the show?
Who's Asashi?
Yeah.
She doesn't.
Oh boy.
I've tried. She doesn't want to. It's too
Sashi,
early.
what's her, what more? I'm going to check. Sashi bikini.
You looked her up a couple weeks ago, Chester.
Don't, Chester, please don't put it on my friend Sashi.
I'm looking up Sashi bikini. This looks like a Russian girl.
No.
Now, Chester, go ahead.
I'm already, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Leave Sashi alone.
I
bro.
don't think this is the
oh.
Sashi, though. I don't think this is her.
Leave Brittany alone. No.
Leave Sashi alone.
Of course, she's most certainly welcome. And I would certainly not do any search for her in a bikini if she did come on the show. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we don't do the whole. What was that one chick that Dina got for us that we all totally perked on?
Matuna Makona.
Oh, you talk about Lady
Oh.
Alchemy?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one.
No,
She's
she
so-
was the perviest one on the show. What are you talking about?
She's so
She
beautiful.
put
I-
everyone to
Got
shame, dude.
superpowers.
I think I'm in love with her. Don't tell her.
She's backstage side.
Yeah, she is. She's performing again.
Yep.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm going to my old standard
Ooh,
here.
The Pirate Bay.
This is
Ooh,
what's
I'm
important
telling.
in the life. So here we go. Once again, the Croatian president gets a
Here we
Well,
go.
shout out
yeah.
on the show. Yeah,
Well,
because
yeah, I'd vote for her any day,
yeah,
baby.
any day, she's welcome. Because that
Oh, she's the president?
she is the president of Croatia. You go Croatia for the win, baby.
Oh, get down
Whoa.
with the thickness.
Oh, wow. I mean, come on, dude. That is the president we need.
I can't imagine
Yeah.
how she got elected. I can't figure it out. Miss you.
It's because she has bigger boobies.
That's true. That's true. But that is a fit chick right there, for damn
I hope
sure.
that was her campaign poster.
Yeah, would that be her slogan?
That would be it. I'm
Elect
fit, baby.
this.
Vote for me. All right, here we go.
Vote for me, I'll show you my tits.
Got a link in
Hey,
the
you never
site.
know. She might be a really smart lady and a good president.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
I mean, well, you know, those
but why not?
Baltic countries, man, they went through
That's a
some
TFT subject.
well, they went through some pretty hellish times with the communism, yeah. Those people don't play around, man. But nevertheless, it is time. So 3, 2, 1. Put your pencils down and erasers, and we are done, everybody.
What? No, wait, I'm not done.
You are done for sure.
You've done
No,
like
I'm drawing the Kafka thing.
Gotta add more red.
I see you doing the Kafka thing. But thank you guys very much for being part of it. Now we're going to do the straw poll in a moment. But I'm going to go over here and show all the art to you so you can make your decisions very clear. We have Sheldon, which we're really happy to have him come back in with us again. Really cool art. Now, Sheldon, do me a favor. This is a cool looking character, but does she have a name?
Oh, that's a good question. Her name is
Darth Nookie.
Retube.
Darth
Retube.
Ewik. Retube Ewik.
Darth
I think it's-
Evildoer.
Yeah, it's
I see.
yeah, I don't know. It's the weirdest name I could
Darth
come up with.
Malicious.
I see. So this is just the character you made. It's not an actual character.
Darth
I get it. Okay.
Mischievous.
No,
but
I was just doing the as long as she's got a lightsaber thing.
Yeah, no, it looks good, dude.
No,
Very,
no.
very cool. And of course,
Thank
if you guys like what Sheldon has done here, definitely vote for him in the straw poll, guys. It's a cool looking character. She is busty, that is for sure. I don't know. She got nothing
Yeah.
on the Croatian president though.
No, I couldn't make her boobs that big. You didn't show me the picture till after.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's
All right,
that's a
but
foul.
thank you very much, Sheldon. Moving over here, we have Metz. Now, Metz has done some kind of, I guess it's supposed to be Ray, although she's way too large-breasted and she's
For
attractive.
fuck's
so
sake, it's Bastilla Shan. Bastilla Shan. She's a character
okay,
in
Best-
Knights of the Old Republic.
okay,
Her lightsaber is yellow. It is a double-sided lightsaber.
okay.
Yes.
Like Ray.
She
I have
uses
been-
the Force.
I have been educated. Sweet.
You have the wiki up. I don't understand.
It's a special power known as battle meditation that's extremely rare among Jedi, where she basically can win a battle just by meditating near it.
Oh,
for
that's
herself.
cool. That is very cool.
Yeah.
Cool looking character. And only Thundero understands me. But I do love it though. It is a really good piece. So if you guys like what Metz has done, definitely vote for him in that straw poll, guys. Coming up next, we have Eric Hawkins with his absolutely badass Darth Nihilus. I love this piece, dude.
Hey, thanks. This is a very minimal.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't put a lot of lines in it.
it works. It works really, really well.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And so if you guys like what Eric has done, definitely get over there and vote for him in the straw poll. It's a cool looking piece. And then, of course, our last artist of today in this holiday show we have Claudio. Hi, Claudio. Oh, sorry. El
Hello,
Rodriguez.
Claudio.
Claudio.
Oh, hello.
I am Claudio. I am too sexy for you.
I stopped by from
Come
Jacuzzi
with me,
and I
lady.
come visit.
Yeah.
I with me in my
Darth
private
Mischievous?
jet, my lady.
Now, this is Revan here, right?
Yeah, Darth Mischievous, whatever. Yeah.
Claudio.
I have to say that the
General
other,
Major Evildoer.
Yeah.
Darth Red Brown.
It's much
There you go.
I have to-
Well, you said Darth
You know,
reach
they have,
around. What?
Yeah, Darth Reach Around.
Darth Red Brown.
I see. I see. And I like this one. This
And
one's pretty
Oculus
cool.
Oreo, whatever this guy's name was.
Canderous, also
You know,
known as Mandalore.
a lot of
Oculus Oreo.
a lot of the Sith lords have the silliest names though. Plagueis,
Yeah.
Sidious.
Darth
Slavidius.
Burglar.
Maul.
And of course, Kotar the Barbarian.
Now, tell me a little bit about KOTOR the Barbarian. I don't know anything about this character.
Nice.
You made him up. It was your idea to do that subject today.
Oh,
So,
was it?
I mean,
all
good for
right.
you.
Well, rock
You
on.
tell me.
I created something and didn't even
You
know
tell
it.
me about this manly man of manliness.
Well, I love
just
how he's
looks
got.
like
I
Warlord.
love how he has a heavy metal touch to him because there's a gun there and a holster as well.
Well, yeah, because
That's
he's like
cool.
a cosmic barbarian that would be on the side of your van.
That's right. That's right, dude.
With a doobie.
Well, Elrodimus just dated himself. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
And a wizard.
you must be like my age or more.
No, the way I mean, I know about vans because the kidnapping. But I mean, I survived, so whatever.
The rape
That's
van.
true.
Sticks and stone.
What doesn't break you makes
But,
you stronger, right? Yeah, that's true.
No, there was a kid I went to school with, and his dad still had his rapey van from the 70s.
Oh yeah. Darth Nietzsche.
And he
Yep.
every weekend he would have it like out in his driveway, like polishing the thing.
Shag rug on the inside.
Yeah,
Oh
baby.
god,
That's
it was
right.
like white with orange inside, and on the side was like a picture of the Frazetta barbarian
Yep.
man in
Hell
the
yeah.
and then in the background were a bunch of the ships from Space 1999 taking off.
Yeah.
That just
There you
that was a
go.
better
It was
time.
beautiful.
Yeah.
This makes so
Actually,
much sense.
It did, right? And
And like
actually,
if you even looked at it, he'd just like stare at you like, "Don't even touch it, I'll kill you."
right? No, those things were
And you're
beautiful.
just like, "Oh man, this is the thing that's going to cause our divorce." Because the wife eventually is going to be like, "Why do we still have that?" He'll be like, "Why do I still have you?"
Well, actually, my cousin had one of those vans. He's quite a bit older than I am, but he had one of those vans, and it went from black in the front, and it kind of faded into a gray toward the back. And he actually had the death dealer on the horse on the side of that.
Oh, nice.
It was badass, yeah. And yeah, I guess they are sex vans, but they were cool. Anyway, if you guys like what Rodimus has done, definitely get over the straw poll and vote for him. So time is here. Let me go through real quick again. We got Sheldon, we have Metz, we have Eric, and we have El Rodimus. So Booster, are you awake at all?
Look, Disney, only
I
4
have-
participants.
I have a poll, but
Uh-huh.
it's not very detailed. Is that okay? Will you forgive me for that? It just has
No, we
people's
won't
names.
forgive you for that, but go ahead and drop it now.
Well, too bad. I'm
He's gonna
fucking
show us
dropping
his
it anyway.
poll.
Look at it. There's a poll.
There
Why
is
is
a
it not?
poll.
Oh,
Shit. Well, is
no,
that actually a
it
line?
Fucked it up.
I fucked it up. Oh no!
Don't drink and post, kids. Don't drink and post.
Don't drink
No,
and post.
wait.
This is fair.
Shit!
Fix it.
I'm fixing this.
Guys,
Oh, shit.
if you think Booster screwed up, vote Mets
I
on
did
the
it!
straw
I
poll
did
if it ever comes
I did
back.
I beat you. No, you're slow. Booster
I did
slow.
it. I did it before you, dickhole.
Dickhole. That's a nice one.
He did screw it up. That's funny. Okay, guys. While you're over there making your votes, which we certainly hope you do, keep in mind it's free. You don't have to download anything. It's very easy. Definitely get over there and vote. But while you are doing that, we're going to take a look at the draw along. Now, if you have been drawing along, and we hope you are, definitely go over to Twitter and put that on hashtag DNQFE. But Booster, go ahead and bring it up, man.
Shit. Okay.
A drunk Booster swears
I
a
got
lot.
this. No, I don't. You do.
I do believe that the record is clear.
You're clear of the record, which is also yes. I figured it out.
He
No one
figured
panic,
it
for
out.
goodness sake.
He figured it
All right.
out. All right.
We have a draw along hashtag at the hashtag DNQFE.
We do.
We have we don't have that many posts, but we have posts, so that means it's successful. I think the Hell
Oh,
Comics,
Jesus.
the Hell Comics, he's too good to bloody come on, but he will draw along, so that's neat. I
Damn,
guess.
Alan.
Goodness. But
Alan.
I don't know what this is.
Nice.
I think this is
Dude.
like a Dove Yoda kind of thing going on, but
That's
this is
a
pretty fucking
Nihilist Yoda
sweet.
is what it is. Damn, dude. Freaking
Yeah.
Alan, man.
How cool is that shit,
That
right?
is really cool. He's got that
Right,
great
that's pretty
cartoony,
cool.
vibrant cartoony styles. Good job, Alan. Very nice, dude.
He's one of the
Very
best
nice.
artists we have, but he doesn't come on enough, and that offends me. So he should come on more. Next, we have Joe Marone. I can never pronounce his last name. I
Joe
keep fucking
Maroney. I don't know
But
what your problem
I'm
is.
okay with that. We have this dude. I can't remember his name, but this is
Grand Moff
excellent.
Tarkin.
Dude.
Will you look at this?
No, come
Darth
on, dude.
Friggin' Death Star and everything, right? With this fella with the low cheekbones and everything. He's like a commander on a spaceship or
Do
something.
you know the name of this character, Booster?
Yeah, I do.
Grand Moff
It's
Tchotchkes.
Grand.
I'm not gonna
Grand
tell
Moff
you,
Tchotchke. There you go.
but I know who
The
he is.
reanimator.
No, you don't.
He-
That
he
is
was in
Grand Moff
He was in
Tarkin.
he was in a Star Wars. I saw him once.
He is badass. That's Peter Cushing, buddy.
I'm pretty sure Darth Vader choked this bitch out.
And
Regardless.
no, he did not.
No.
Actually,
No,
this
he
is one of the few
Vader
people that he was afraid of.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
apologies.
Yeah,
Vader
Either way, this is an excellent piece of art.
it is
Thank you
excellent.
for
He
submitting it to
captured
the
Peter
DQ.
Cushing beautifully.
This is excellent, Joe Marone.
It is excellent. So good on you, dude. That's beautiful.
Next is a Tolfer.
Hey, Tolfer.
Oh, nice.
Now-
I don't know if he said who this the wrong suffering.
But still a shot, for fuck's sake.
You are. Don't judge me. I never played the game. Alright? I'm
Mets
just
is
here to
triggered, dude.
Mets. I'm sorry, Mets. I'm sorry. Please.
Man, why do I even bother? Just
Look,
there you go.
There you
Mets.
go. There you go.
In my defense, I'm
You've been
sorry.
drinking.
Yes.
But still, a very nice one, though. Good job,
Either
dude.
way, it's an excellent piece of art.
It
and
is.
Well done to you, Tolfer.
Well
You're
done
my
indeed.
favorite kind of guy. Why aren't you on the show? I think you're pretty.
Yeah, you should
Next
come on. And you can
Is
have
the
Booster
Junkyard
ogle you.
Done D&Q. I
The
will
junkyard,
ogle you.
yeah.
That
You
is
will.
true. I ogle everyone. I'm disgusting. I'm a sexual degenerate. But that's beside the point. D&Q's sorry went Old Republic instead of KOTOR with Satal Shan with this piece by
Ooh,
Junkyard Done D&Q.
I see a nipple.
That's her daughter.
No, that is her great granddaughter.
Well, he said
What
Satal
he
Shan.
said.
Okay, I'm reading what he put.
She's the
Alright.
grand of the Jedi Order in this.
Whatever it is, I think it's lovely. That's
There you go.
beside that's
I
the
think it's
thing,
lovely
yeah?
too. I agree. Thank you,
Yeah,
Booster.
who's woofing?
It's a dog.
That's probably my dogs.
You need to go beat your dog.
No, he doesn't.
Dogs.
You leave the puppy alone,
I'm-
meanie.
I'm kidding. Don't beat dogs. Dogs are our friends.
It's Chino,
I think
dude.
Chino, as our last piece, is Darth Revan. Will you look at that?
Ooh.
That is freaking rad.
Very nice.
Yeah,
dude.
that's solid.
Lightsaber, red lightsaber. That is freaking rad, Chino.
lightsaber.
Sweet.
Correct.
You are too good for the draw-alongs. You need to be on the show, Chino.
You should come on,
Alright.
dude. It is beautiful. All right. Well, that is excellent stuff. Now, since Thundaro is our guest today, what he's going to do is pick one of these draw-alongs to be the best one. So, which one would you like?
You have to break someone's heart, Thunder.
you have to break
right their
everybody
face
else's heart.
before you do
You got
Let me
five
look
to
at-
choose
let me
from.
look at the-
You got Howl, you got Tolfer, you got Junkyard Dunn, and you have Chino.
look at that Revan one more time.
Which one? The Revan.
Nah, it's Tarkin. Tarkin's better.
Tarkin?
Yeah, I agree.
Tarkin. That's excellent. You,
This
he
is-
captured Tarkin.
This is
perfectly.
Tolfer or Joe
Yeah.
Marone?
Oh, it's Joe.
Here's Joe.
It is Joe.
Which one of this? This is
Yeah.
JCM.
Yeah, it is Joe. And dude, This is a badass piece. Really good job.
And
Yeah.
no Weldon tonight.
Spot on.
Claps. No Weldon. Well, it's the holidays, dude.
No Weldon today, but you know what? I'll forgive Weldon. I just recently purchased all of Weldon's Punchline on Comixology. I'm very much looking forward to that because Weldon's my boy. I love him,
Yeah, no,
and I
he's a
want to
great
support
artist.
him any way I can. He's too good to me. You know how many things he's drawn along to this?
A lot.
He's too
yeah.
good for us. He's too good for us, Chester. And
What does he do with those
He should
drawings?
be in. He should be in DC or Marvel. He's too good. It's ridiculous.
You know what? That
Mhm.
is the best drawing. We're supposed to be doing KOTOR, and Tarkin is not KOTOR.
No, he's
You know
not.
what?
No.
I would have accepted anything. I would have accepted a Baby Yoda. I'm surprised no one did a Baby Yoda.
Yeah, so am I.
I would
Actually.
have.
I
Yeah.
almost did a Baby Yoda.
We got a Nihilist Yoda, which is way cooler.
That is
Yeah,
cooler.
Nihilist Yoda
I'll
is
take
the
that.
best.
Nihilist Yoda's badass. All right, guys, I got 22 votes over here. There's 30 people in the chat. So please do us a favor and just hit that link and come over. And once again, it's free. You don't have to download anything. It's very easy. Make your vote. We definitely want to get a few more people in here, so I'll wait a little bit. But this has been a very fun show. Talking about Star Wars and reminiscing of all the cool things and a little bit of angst toward the new stuff, but mainly we talked about what we loved about Star Wars, and that's a cool thing. You know, the interesting thing when the original Star Wars came out, there was a whole bunch of the action figures, of course, and I had a bunch of them when I was a kid. But my favorite one, and I can't remember the name of the character, and someone will help me, I'm sure, but he was the dude. The alien that he was brown, he had like a blue shirt, and he had like a long neck and a long front bent
Hammerhead.
neck.
Hammerhead?
And
I just gave that to my brother for Christmas.
what's his name?
I would have showed it to you, but just yesterday I gave it to my brother for Christmas. Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. Yeah, that's probably what it is. But I love that one most. I don't know why. And Darth Vader
was
was
my
number
favorite.
2 with his lightsaber that came out. So let me check it here. Figure.
Hammerhead had the side eye.
Yep, that's his name. That's him. That's Hammerhead. I don't know what it was about him, but I love that guy. And he was like a
Because
bounty
he's
hunter
giving
or
you the
something.
side eye.
He is giving you a side eye. Yeah,
It's all about the side eye.
yeah. Yeah, they were really cool. Who was your guy's favorite action figure when you were a kid?
I have
Mighty
I have an original. This is the guy we sent away for in the mail.
Oh yeah,
Rocket does not fire. Oh, and my camera just went off. Oh no, it's back. And this is my favorite that I just bought recently. Snaggletooth. Oh no,
yeah. Your
my
camera's
camera
not
keeps
working.
cutting out.
The
Now it's
Boba
back.
Fett.
Now it's not. Now it's not. No.
Yeah, it doesn't like you anymore. How about you, Eric? What was your favorite one?
I had so many of them, but actually one of my favorite ones was I remember riding my bicycle up to Kmart and buying it, and was the Return of the Jedi Luke with his cloak.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he was $1.99.
$1.99. That's pretty cool. How about you, Metz?
Oh man, I was a Vader fan.
Yeah, Vader was cool. Yeah, definitely. How about you, Thundero?
Vader all the way. He's
Vader.
the greatest movie villain of all time.
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
You know, another thing I really love though was my X-wing model that I flew around the room. It was awesome. I think it was badass. And how about you, Sheldon? What was your favorite Star Wars action figure, man?
Star Wars action figure. When I was a little kid, I guess I had my dad bought these really old toys of like, those big robots that look like dogs with the long legs.
No.
Those things.
The AT-ATs?
I don't know the full name of it, but they like had a rope and they stuck.
I think it's the ATST is what he's talking about.
No, it's the AT-ATs. It's the big ones. The big.
Okay,
ones.
yeah. So I had
the
3 of
AT-ATs.
those.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, they used to be called AT-ATs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm older.
Now they're AT-ATs for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know. They changed it.
They did. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Sheldon.
Oh, I had 3 of them anyway, and they were really cool.
Yeah,
Man,
they
rich
were
kid.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn rich
I don't know how.
kid, right?
Yeah, that was like in '86. I think I had them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's $20,000 in today's money.
Yeah, I
It
know
might
it's.
be. Yeah.
Or I did not know that actually, but that's kind of depressing. I'm pretty sure I
These
probably broke it.
fucking dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. No, though they were cool,
really
dude.
want your attention.
There are a lot of fun toys. We enjoy playing with them now, and for some reason now, no one likes toys anymore because they're not buying Star Wars, and Toys R Us is dead.
That's
That
BS.
is
Do
the
you know
greatest
why that is?
morning of 2019. The death.
The problem
Toys
is
R Us.
that there is a lack of Mighty Ducks toys, and Mighty Ducks is objectively the greatest Disney cartoon they ever put out.
Wow.
I mean, dude, there's
Whoa.
sci-fi ducks that play hockey with gadgets. That's fucking rad. Are you kidding me? I had like the whole motorcycle. It had like a duck hockey face.
Uh-huh.
It shot pucks out of the front. It was a motorcycle. That's fucking cool,
It's an
dude.
Emilio Estevez movie. Need I say any more? All right.
Yeah, but that
I'm
was the
calling
movies.
it.
I'm talking about the cartoons.
Yes,
baby.
I know
They
what
had
you.
a-
I know
they had
it's a
They
DuckTales
had a
thing.
hockey duck
Getcha.
spaceship and everything
Uh-huh.
with the pucks.
Yes. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm calling it right here, guys. DNQFE KOTOR edition is at an end, and we have a clear winner. So let's start ourselves down from the bottom and work our way up. So in the last runner-up position, we have Sheldon with 4 votes. So congratulations, Sheldon. Thank you very much for coming on. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you did it.
Yes, you did it. And do keep in mind, next week we are doing Warhammer 40K. So if you are interested in coming back for that, please get on board. Then in third place, with this the copper, I guess it's bronze medal. The bronze medal, we have Joshua Metz. He has 5 votes, and his awesome, damn it, what's her name again? Bagilla?
You know, I don't give a shit.
Just like you're saying, Lester, just like you're saying Bastille, but instead say Illa.
Dude, I know.
I still like you,
I'm
Joshua Metz.
joking.
I hope
I know
you
who
keep
she
coming
is.
on, okay? I think you're very handsome.
Yeah, we love you. But third position, so congratulations, Mets, on your Bacilla. That was amazing. Very nice. Very nice. Then we have in second position with a silver medal and 6 votes, we have El Rodimus Flash. Claps for the Flash Man. Sweet. But taking it away, and I would say deservedly so, with a very, very good nihilist, we have Eric Hawkins taking gold medal.
Awesome. Thanks,
Sweet.
guys.
Very nice.
Cool.
Very nice. Claps for the Eric. And keep in mind, guys, Eric, definitely send me that pic so I can give it over to Edwin, please, when we're done. And what I'm going to do is come over and let everyone say where they can be found. And hopefully, while we're doing that, Booster can shut his damn mouth for half a second.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So let's start with Booster. Go ahead, Booster. Tell them where they can find you, man.
Oh, I'm the Booster Kiwi on the YouTube and the Twitter. You can find me where all good Kiwis are sold. I might do a stream one day. I don't know if I'm feeling pretty or something. I might stream something, just blabbering my own shit while I do.
Well, I think you should do your Pornhub scrotum shots you were telling me about.
You wanted me to do the scrotum and foot shots? That's the important thing you're missing, Chess. You're just calling it a scrotum shot, but I do 2 kinks in one. I'm scrotum and feet. Yeah, it's very important that you understand the difference between the two, Chester.
I see.
Yeah.
But the real question is, can your scrotum be used to make your penis disappear?
What, like
no,
angina?
My penis is still showing, but it's like a little button in a fur coat. I don't shave. It's like a 70s afro.
It's like, not so drunk he can't follow along. All right, thank you very much, Booster. Moving on, we have El Rodimus Flash, sir. Please tell us where you can be found.
On the Twitters, around town, Avenue 5, by the 3rd red light on Tuesdays. And, Insta, as the kids call it now.
Insta? Okay.
On the Insta, you can go there to see my dry erase board art and my breakdancing videos.
I gotta see that. A breakdancing video. I want to see that.
White people dancing breakdancing. Is this the 90s again? What's going on?
It's been described as poetry in motion.
Poetry in motion. Well, there you go, guys. Definitely check
that's
that
the name
out.
of our dance crew.
Sweet.
That's really beautiful.
Do you guys have two
Tim,
guys
as
that
we like
stand
to
on the
call it.
ends
It's
and
the
have their
Tim
arms
particle.
crossed and look really cool?
Word.
Word. See, I was actually part of a breakdancing group back in the early 80s, and that's what I did. I stood in the corner. I kind of put my arms crossed like that, and I was like, yo, bro, yo. It
Was
really
that before or after paper was invented?
before. It was before. We were ahead of our time. But thank you, Rodimus, for coming on. Definitely check that out, guys. Of course, we have Eric Hawkins here. Sir, go ahead.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at ES_Hawkins. You can also find me on Webtoons. I've got the entire first issue of the Zombieful World of Oz out there now. It was the book that I crowdfunded earlier this year in April, and I'm going to be crowdfunding the second issue this coming April, and you can see the first 4 pages on the Webtoon as well.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. Definitely go check that out. That was a good looking book too. A very interesting take on Oz, actually. So thank you very much,
Thanks.
Eric. Moving over, of course, we have Metz, and Metz did a great character today, and he's doing something here. What are you drawing, Metz?
It's just a little bit of a promo image for my comic I'm working on. It's called Ember Dust. If you
Ooh,
like,
push it up a little
if you
bit.
like Dragon, oh, here.
There you go.
Okay, if you like dragons, if you want to see them die, then buy this book because dragons die.
They do, especially in D&D. We kill many of them. But cool,
Yep.
very nice looking. A quick little sketch too. Excellent. So thank you very much, Metz, for coming on. We always appreciate having you on, dude. It's a lot of fun. And of course, we had a special guest today come on to talk Star Wars, and he held up his side of it quite well, I'd say. But Thundar, would you like to tell the folks where they could find you, or just tell them to go to hell, or something like that?
Yeah, they can go to hell.
Okay. Rock on.
You can find Mr. Fundaro on Discord with me watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia in a marathon together. We're like best pals. He doesn't want to admit it, but he loves me more than he does most people.
So you can use
Wow.
Discord as Rabbit now?
No,
I see.
No,
So
we
you
just-
say 3, 2, 1, go, and you press the start button? Is that what?
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sweet.
We're Always Sunny in Philadelphia pals.
I see. Well, thank you
Yeah.
very much for coming on and staying with us,
Objectively,
Thundara. It
for
was a
sure.
lot of fun, dude.
No problem.
I'm pretty much his best friend. He's too embarrassed to say so.
All right.
Okay.
I understand though.
And last but certainly not least, we have Sheldon.
Hey, you can find me on Instagram also. It's S_MAR31. And then I got a comic up on line. I'm trying to do this so I could zoom in here. Okay, there it is. That's how you spell it. occultdescent.com. There's no ads. There's nothing to buy on there. It's just a comic that you could scroll through and check out. It's 24 pages of it. And I'm in the middle of working on the second one. So if you'd like to check that out.
Awesome. Very nice, guys. Definitely
That's
check that
encouraging.
out. And thank
I
you for
would
coming
check
on
that out.
again, Sheldon.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
Well, that is us for today. We appreciate you coming and joining us. And of course, this is our first thing in the middle of the holidays here. But I'm glad I'm back. It's been a very busy week for me, but I did miss chatting with all of you.
Back
So
in black.
back in black, absolutely.
By
So
AC/DC.
in 2 days, of course, we're going to have fan speak. Definitely come back for that. And next week will be a little bit more normal, I think, but no TFT. We'll see how it works out. But nevertheless, thank you all, and later.
Later, nerds. Love you.
Adios.
Bye, y'all.